Hello, one and all. How are we doing on this fine Friday evening? Welcome to a project I'm now gonna have to explain. Welcome to the One Man Replay. Now, there's gonna be a lot of you who haven't been around my Twitch for long enough to know what exactly this is, but if you have been, hopefully this is a nice little treat and a nice little surprise for you. I'm not late, the music was late. Also, hello to everyone in chat. I'll get round to speaking to you in all just a second. But One Man Relay was one man technically, as it's known. I just call it Relay. For reasons I'll get into in a second. One Man was a series I started in 2017. In August to be specific, because if you know what happened in August, well, you wouldn't be looking at this image right now. It was Sonic Mania's release, so I wanted to play through the entire canonical Sonic series to go ahead and get ready for Sonic Mania, and we mostly did that. With the exception of one game, which isn't canonical, which is why I didn't sweat it too much. But that's the first game we got coming up for you tonight. But after that, the year after, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was coming out. So in August, I did a hype stream. It wasn't, quite to play it at midnight like I did in the case of Sonic Mania when that happened. But rather, instead, I did a Smash Bros. Hype stream where I played through all of the series there in 2018. And then in 2019, the series returned for one last time as I attempted to play through all of the Kirby series. There wasn't anything that I was in anticipation of. It was just kind of because I wanted to play through Kirby. It seemed like one of my favourite series, or it is one of my favourite series, therefore I wanted to go for it next. In the hopes that maybe they would announce some sort of game. That's where the story of One Man ends in 2019, simply because I just didn't have the time and energy to maintain it anymore. In July 2019, I started my current job, and in August 1st, on the dot, I was already doing this one-man series again. And for those of you who were around at the time, you'll remember the strain which you could probably perceive it put on me. We started each night at 7 o'clock, and quite often it would go until like 4 a.m. the next morning. And at the time it was excellent because it was the summer holidays, so I wasn't working when I started it with the Sonic series. So perfect, I can stream 7 till 4 a.m, wake up like midday, and then go back round again. And I did that pretty much 15 days, minus a couple break days here and there for reasons. I think one of the days I was away on holiday or something, so that was why there wasn't one, or a couple of the days that was the case, and there was one day that I had to take off because of Tropical Resort at the time. But I always tried to do it daily, and I always tried to get through as many games as possible during the course of the day. And in total, yeah, we did quite a lot of streams during the Sonic 1 Man, and then Smash was a bit less, understandably, because there's less games, and they're a bit shorter each. And then Kirby, I made it all the way to Kirby 64, which I called it quits in the middle of that game, just simply because I wasn't enjoying it all that much. So with all that out of the way, you can probably guess what the One Man Replay is all about. We're going back and visiting all of those games which I happened to miss off, either because in the case of Kirby I abandoned the series, or in the case of the other two, new games have been released in the years since. There is one game we're going to be starting off tonight's show with, which wasn't released in the years since. As I say, this was one of the games I had to abandon due to just needing an off day during one of the weeks. I believe I was getting ready to go on holiday. So I had originally planned to stream this. It was on the schedule, but I just didn't get to it. I had to abandon it. And there's like an end of relay summary that I did for this series. And I said, yeah, I'm sorry I abandoned this, but I just didn't have time for it. Well, we are back to cover Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed, the World Tour mode, as you can see in the title there. And then afterwards, people were mocking me at how much Sonic Forces music was in that opening batch. Yes, one of my favourite games ever. So much that I love playing it, loved 100%ing it, as people love to point out. I didn't. That's not true. There's no truth to that. It's all lies. Yeah, you can guess where this is going. Sonic Forces straight after Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. It's a one-man after all, so we've got to get as many games done tonight as possible. So, yes, we've got 2 games coming for you tonight. 1 great racing game and 1 trash Sonic game. So, we're kicking it off with Sonic the Hedgehog. As you can see, we've got quite a handful of games to go through. I'm going to reveal to you the list now of Sonic stuff we have. So we have All-Stars Racing Transformed, the game you're about to see next. Then Sonic Forces after that. Then hopefully next week should be Sonic Mania Plus. the Encore mode, of course. We're not going to be going back through the main game since we did that on the main marathon itself. Then after that, it's Team Sonic Racing. And then after that, it has a story mode. So I thought, why not? I really want to stream this at some point anyway. So Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 is going to be the next game. And then the final one, why not? We'll go back through Sonic Colors Ultimate. The first time we did it in one man because of my own rule set, we did the Egg Shuttle mode. So this time I'll be going back through the actual game to see what that's all about. I know what it's all about because I played it, but we're going to be streaming it. So we got all those games in the Sonic One Man, and I'll reveal to you the game lists of the other ones. Or actually, no, it's kind of obvious. There's only been one Smash game released since I did the One Man series on that, so it's going to be Smash Bros. Ultimate, the World of Light mode. And then Kirby, I'll keep the game list a secret for now, but it's going to be quite a while before we reach Kirby, as you can probably understand. So I'm keeping that one close to my chest for now, but I'll let you know what that is once we get there. But yeah, each time I thought it'd be nice to have a little callback to the One Man series gone by. So like I mentioned, August 2017, we did the Sonic One Man Relay. 15 days, as many games as possible. The rules were just get through the games as quickly as possible, as far as I remember, so I was allowed to skip cutscenes if I wanted to. In the case of games with multiple stories, I only needed to finish one of the stories to be eligible, with the exception of Shadow, because I thought a 40-minute story wasn't... Well, not even 40, it's like a 20-minute story wasn't really sufficient, so I went through 3 there, and you can't skip the cutscenes there because of the weird rule set, as far as I remember. But for the most part, yeah, just go through the games as quick as possible, skip all the cutscenes, just do what you got to do to get through them. And that case is going to apply here as well. So Sonic Forces, no cutscenes, you're not going to convince me otherwise. It's going to be like 10, 11 o'clock before we start that one. So Sonic Forces, no cutscenes, we're just going to rush straight through it as quick as possible. And same with the rest of the games, all during the Sonic Relay. Of course, I guess there are cutscenes in World of Light, so I was going to say it doesn't really apply as much to the other series, but World of Light does have some cutscenes, so we will be watching those, but they're very few and far between. And Kirby, I mean, doesn't really have cutscenes. Am I not doing expert mode for mode tour? I'm not doing expert mode for World Tour. No, I'm going through on a complete... Oh, sorry, on a clean save file. I did think about going for on a complete one, but I wanted to go clean. So as a result, no expert mode. I'm going to go through on the normal one. On the normal difficulty, that is. Just have a nice, chill stream. You know, not got to worry about the pressure of getting first place in expert mode or anything. Just going to have a nice, relaxing time. But yeah, I've been considering doing this for a while. In particular, I've wanted to go back and play all those Kirby games that I missed, because I made this known at the time, but Kirby as a series, minus like 1 or 2 games in the early days, I only really started enjoying from like the GBA onwards. Ironically, it was around the time Sakurai left that I found myself enjoying the Kirby games more. So we never got to those. I really wanted to play a ton of them on stream, so that was the main inspiration behind this. But I've always wanted to stream some of these other games as well on here, such as Encore Mode and Sonic Mania, Team Sonic Racing, and Mario and Sonic Tokyo 2020. So it just seemed like a good excuse to do so. You know, go back and cover all that stuff missed. But yeah, like I mentioned, I tried to make some graphics as well that were reminiscent of the one-man series gone by. So here we have Sonic Manias. If you remember, the original starting soon screen, if you were around back in those days, was Studiopolis Zone. So I had a nice little callback to that, but I wanted to make it look a bit fresh. I really like how the graphics look in motion. The starting soon is offset because of the timer program that I'm using, but it was it was set correctly at the time when I was actually using it as a countdown, and I really liked how this all looked in motion, like I said. So I thought the aim was reminisce back on those old layouts, but upgrade them a little bit. So on that note, we're pretty much ready. So let's go ahead and open up Sonic Transformed, and we're going to go ahead and get into day 1 of the one-man replay Sonic Edition. Here we go. Whenever the game capture decides to turn itself on, there we go. We're going to have the opening cutscene, and then we'll be all good. I just need to mess my audio levels slightly. Let me know how the game level is and everything else, as always, guys. But otherwise, we should be all good to go. With, like I say, a cracking racing game. I was a bit gutted I missed this the first time round, but if I had to choose between this and an actual mainline platformer canon Sonic game to be cut or chopped, it had to be this, so I went with this. But yes, I'm calling back to the original layout. So if you remember the original Sonic One Man Relay, this is exactly what it used to look like. Down to the logo, down to the box art, down to the whole gradient thing down to the deadline background. The only thing that's different is I've offset the box art slightly. I used to have the box art text above, and they used to be in line with each other. I thought I've gotten a little bit better at layouts nowadays, I feel, so I can at least show that off a little bit here. Kirby was like the peak, the pinnacle of my layout making skills, so that one's going to be fun to go back and revisit all those layouts I spent ages making. But either way, I'm enjoying being able to come back to this with a fresh set of eyes and make something I'm a little more proud of in terms of visual effects and all that. Oh, that was better. It looks almost identical, Callum. Except this one I've centered a bit better. That's the only thing that has changed. There was so much wasted space in the original one-man layout for the Sonic one, which was why I went back and changed this. There was just so much dead space. That's a little bit loud. I'll turn it down ever so slightly and let me know. Yeah, this is centered. You're right. This is centered. Right here. Anyway, so as you can see here, we're going to create some new game data. So how this is eligible, like I mentioned, is the World Tour mode. So if we go into Career, as you can see, World Tour. So we've got a bunch of different worlds, and we go through all these worlds and you unlock characters, mods, and the rest of it. The more stars you get, the more likely you are to get into the next one. So we've got 2 races here. Let's start with a Sonic event. And I've been seeing people floating around that I suppose BD Joe, this, that, and the other, and all these characters. No, we're going to take things simple, and we're going to go with Sonic. At least for now. I might get bored of playing as Sonic characters, but for now, I'm going to play as just the Sonic characters. So get yourselves hyped, and welcome to the one-man replay. So yeah, Sonic Transformed, it's been a little bit, minus like the tests I did, because I had to mess about my PC configs a lot, because one thing people forget is that this game actually broke quite a lot under Windows 10, and now especially Windows 11, it's very broken. The launcher doesn't work, so you have to use a bunch of options in the config, compatibility options in Windows, as well as, yeah, setting some things through the INI config. On top of that, there's like some compatibility layers you need to add if you've got an RTX card. And I had to add a frame rate limiter because if your monitor's higher than... I thought I could get that. If your monitor's higher than 60 Hz, the game inserts duplicate frames, which makes the game really stuttery. So I've also had to put on a frame rate limiter in order to cap it at 60 FPS. And finally, there's some crashes that can happen on Windows 10. So I've also had to put in some fixes for those. So I've had to do a lot of work here to get Sonic Transformed even in a playable state. So in comparison, Sonic Forces was easy. I just opened the game and it was pretty much in a working state. You know, for as much as we meme on Sonic Forces, at least the PC port still works in current day. This one, you know, it's a better game, but the PC port has caused me such a headache. And headache it has, because I do have an actual headache right now. I probably should have got some medication for that before I came in. I remember to bring out my actual medication, but not anything for the old headache. So this is going to be an interesting couple of hours, to say the least. Honestly, Callum, I'm going to be honest. Linux was actually easier despite the game running under Proton. So, you know, not natively. I had to use a Windows emulator in Linux. But as Steam has it built in, it's actually easier, generally more compatible on Linux than it is on Windows nowadays. It is shocking. Indeed, SD is pretty much a Frankenstein at this point. Can't say I disagree with you. Yeah, via MSN, Callum. Legend. Thank you. Just as two Sonic Warriors kick in, and we have to end things off. I've actually never played World Tour Co-op, Frost. That's interesting. World Tour is both competitive and co-op. You race each other with stars shared for unlocking races. Huh. Neat. I might do that at some point. I'll go back to the nice little BRB screen that I made. I don't know. I might do that between worlds at some point. It's fine. I got a drink here. I should be good. But yeah, apologies about there being no chat on screen either. There's not really any way to fit it, so to say. I'll try and see maybe between streams if there's a way to, but I don't know about that one, Chief. I'll try. But I think the chat replay should be fine. I'm pretty sure you can keep them in highlights nowadays, but if that becomes a problem, that's why I'm reading out messages as a whole, so they don't get lost. But I'm pretty sure the chat highlights are still there from the original one-man, so we should be fine. But, you know, just in case Twitch ever makes a change which blocks that sort of thing. But yeah, I was considering places to put it, but I couldn't find anywhere that really looked that nice on the layout. But I can give it another go. But you're going to have to put up with a lack of it on this stream at least, if not for more. It took so long to make these layouts, by the way, because for each one... one of the things I really hated about the Sonic 1-man was it was one layout for all games. So, if, for example... Actually, no. I did do a 4x3 one and a 16x9 one. But the problem was, if the game box art was ever a different size, I had to, like, stretch it and squash it to fit it, and it always looked disgusting. Looking back on the footage, I always hate that. And it's the first thing I always notice, so... In future ones, I actually made each layout around the size of the box art. So I had to make individual layouts for each one of these games that we got coming up during the Sonic 1-man. So it's a lot of effort, but I think it's a lot of effort that goes a better way, in my opinion. It makes the stream look far nicer in exchange for like 30, 40 extra minutes in Photoshop or, you know, your photo editor of choice. Mine's GIMP, but, you know, most people would prefer Photoshop. Not me! That ain't me. Yeah, I mean, like, at least I've actually got ASIT working, because for those of you who were on the Radio Sega channel last time we played this, you'll remember, like, the number of times it crashed and burned, and I had to, like, re-invite people tons, and their clients crashed, and then mine crashed, and it was not fun. So I hope at least this should hold up way more steady than that stream. But yeah, the problem is everyone would have to implement these fixes if we were playing online, and that's just too much to ask of people, I guess. Well, no, I guess it is, quite frankly. But hey, we're on the Panzer Dragoon stage, right? Because we're not just going to be playing Sonic stages, thankfully. This would have been a nice change of pace back in 2017 to play some Sega stuff, but, you know... It wasn't meant to be, right? But hey, 4 years later, I'm making up for lost time. That's what I said about this marathon. That's what we're going to be doing. That's the main reason why we're here. We're making up for 4 lost years in the case of some of these games. You know, some of these events, in the case of the Smash one, we hyped up this event for Smash Bros. Ultimate, and then we never really played it. You know, I never streamed World of Light. I only played it on stream a couple of times. I don't actually think I've ever played it on this channel, as a matter of fact. Never played Smash Ultimate on here as far as I'm aware, so, you know, we're making up for that lost time, people. And maybe, by the time we actually finish Kirby, the new Kirby game might be out, so we can use that as the excuse, right? You know, I think that's coming up, wasn't it like either Q1 or Q2 2022? If someone could remind me of that, but, you know, we might actually be on time for that game to release by the time we get to the end of that stuff, because Kirby's unsurprisingly got the most games, so... We're going to be making up the most time there. But like I mentioned, and like I say in !1man, !1man replay, which is down in the chat, or if you just read the description at the bottom of Twitch if you're watching this relatively close to when it aired. I am aiming to make this mostly weekly, so mostly every Friday. If I'm not around on a Friday, I might sometimes push it forward or backwards or whatever I need to do. But, you know, I do want to aim to have this weekly where possible, but I'm only as consistent as a human can be, so... Forgive me if that's not always the case, so to say. Ralph, please do not snowball me. I beg you. I will literally drive on the other side of the road to make sure you don't do that. Q2 for Kirby. Yeah, but like, honestly, I'd be surprised if we finished Smash Bros. Ultimate by December. I would be shocked. Because we have a lot of stuff. So, you know... It's a bit generous to say that we'd be done before then with every game, so we might be able to play that at the end of this, so who knows? There we go, through our first gate. Let's move on to the second one. Finally, something that's not a race. So you got multiple types of missions in World Tour here, as you can see. It's the Drift Challenge. Drift inside zones to earn time. Pass each checkpoint to win. But, yeah, it's been a hell of a long time since I played World Tour mode. Last time was maybe like 2016. I recall we did it for one of the J10 marathons, or I did it for one of them anyway. I played it through on the 360 version. Don't think I played it before then, and the only other time I would have played it before... Oh, sorry. Don't think I played it after then. And the only time I would have played it before would have been the Steam version, when I got that in 2014, and before that, when it came out. So, I've not played it tons. I've only played it once outside of needing to play it to unlock everything. So, you know, I'm a bit rusty. I've forgotten a lot of this, so you might have to forgive me at points, but it's been an even longer time since I played it without already having everything unlocked, so it might be a bit of a grind and a slog to get some of those characters that we want to get. You know, because I know Callum wants BD Joe, and we have BD Joe, but I'm playing as the Sonic characters, damn it. This is the Sonic one-man relay. Or it was. It's the one-man replay, but it was once upon a time the one-man relay, so we're gonna stick within the confines of such things, I guess, just for the sake of being authentic. Crazy Taxi relay, that'd be a short-ass relay, I can't lie. There we go, passed that with flying colours, didn't we? I can't remember, I recall I might have to go back on a couple stages and play them on hard just to get the necessary points. I'm only going to the end of, I can't think what it's called. Is it like Twilight Tour or something? The one before Superstar Showdown. The one where you see the credits, basically. I'm not doing Superstar Showdown because you need a stupid amount of stars to unlock Aegis in this mod. So I'm not bothering to do that. I'm just getting to the end of the credits. You know, finish the main game. Not doing anything beyond that. Because it's not the main game, Callum. That's why I'm not doing it. Right, so we got balanced and we got normal. So we lose 1 speed, but we gain 1 handling. I'm not exactly crying about my handling. My handling's pretty good as Sonic, so I'll keep it at where I am. Oh man, those SSD loads are so good in comparison to the 360 ones. Especially online. If you were playing against someone who had a really slow disk drive on 360 or something, it'd be like 40 seconds in that loading screen. That's why the slot machine is there, because it took so long. Or at least in the... I don't think you actually get the slot machine in World Tour. I think that's only in non-World Tour mode, so... That's why you get it in those ones either way. D-Class Joe. His D is class, is that what you're saying? Or is there something else to this? Or is this more than innuendo? Also, I'm going to gush about the music quite a lot during the stream, as you can gather. Not my favourite Afterburner remix. People know that's Bloody Fate. I don't exactly try and hide that. No, Bayonetta Bloody Fate, what a film. I actually really like that film. Big fan of it. In comparison to some people who just thought it was a poor retelling of the first game. Which, you know, it is. But I like it. It's fun. And it also has a cracking remix of Afterburner, so... But this one's still pretty good, is the point I'm trying to get at here. Just Bayonetta did it better. Did it so much better that she's not in the game because of Peggy ratings. Need to watch that. I'd recommend it, Frost. I got it back in 2017 actually, through Amazon, because they were selling off the Steelbook version for really cheap, the Blu-ray one. So the Blu-ray Steelbook was like way cheaper than the normal Blu-ray and the DVD. So I was like, yeah, of course I'll get that. It was only like a pound or two, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to go back and look through my Amazon history, but yeah, it was really cheap. And I didn't end up watching it. I told this story the other day. I didn't end up watching it until Bayonetta 3 was announced, at which point I went on a massive binge of that on the first game. Like I said, I told this story on Twitter the other day, but it was my mock exams while that was happening. They announced it on the Friday, and I had to go to an exam. In the entire way through the exam, I had the music stuck in my head. Then walked home listening to the music, then got back, watched Bloody Fate, and then binged the Wii U version of the first game all weekend. And then there was a snowstorm, so my mocks on Monday and Tuesday were cancelled, so I continued to binge it throughout the week. And it's just so many good memories of Bloody Fate and the first game. But you know, I really like it. I know it's just kind of the same with Forces, where like I have memories wrapped up in it, which probably make me like it a lot more. So I have to kind of like try and distance those memories, which in the case of Forces I did, and I can accept that that game is bad no matter how good of a launch day I had with it. But in the case of Bloody Fate, no, it's still a bloody good film. There's no way about that. Was this when Bayonetta 3 was announced for the first time? In 2017? Yes, it was. They announced the ports of Bayonetta 1 and 2 for Switch at the same time, and that came out like only a few months later. Meanwhile, a trailer for Bayonetta 3 didn't come out until like 3 weeks ago. So, you know, we were waiting a little bit, but in my opinion, it was worth it. That new trailer was so fucking good, wasn't it? It was sick. Like, the little bait and switch they do as well, making you think it was an Astral Chain sequel. Can you imagine if it was, though? Like, Astral Chain 1 and 2 were announced and released before we even got another trailer for Bayonetta 3. Can you imagine that, Soul? But no, I'm glad it was the game we were waiting for in the end. And what a trailer it was after that. I said at the time, I wish I was on a voice call with anyone or recorded it, because I just went mental. I think I watched... I can't remember. I think I watched it in English, but I might have watched it in Japanese. I can't remember. Imagine how many times you could binge Bayonetta 1 and 2 and Bloody Fate between the announcement and trailer. Frost, do not do that to me. Oh dear. We'll get first up the way first. We'll get Amigo unlocked. Alright, I'll continue playing as Sonic for a little bit, and then I'll move on to someone else, I guess. Oh, but maybe I should do it by worlds. That'd be quite cool. There's like 5 worlds. So I'd have to divvy up the characters I wanted to play, I guess. So Versus is pretty much a race. You've just got to get far enough ahead. To the point where then the other racer dies or something, I don't know. I don't know how this works. Oh, uh-oh, this is not good. I'm about to get blowfished. Okay, no, I think we're fine. We're good, we're good. Yeah, so you have to stay in the green for long enough, I think, and then that grants you a win, and then you just do it over and over again. Yeah, and also when the computer takes control of your vehicle, it just doesn't seem to be able to drive very well. It's just as well it doesn't count towards the next race, I guess. I can't speak today. I'm trying. It's been another off day for me. I haven't been at work for the last 2 days again, so it's just kind of like, give myself a project to do, I guess. Woo! See, just as well, he's not controlling me there. Garbage period. That would have been a good idea. Why did I not think of that? I should have played the Japanese Wii U version, because I have it. I have the disc of it, like, on my shelf. I should have played that. That would have been really interesting. Why did I not think of it? Sometimes my own stupidity, it blindsides me. Yeah, because I was just going to set up my Wii U today, actually, because I wanted to play Nintendo Land, so I should have done that. Why did that thought not come to me? No, Callum, I don't have the time. My Wii U's not set up. I need to go inside and go and get it. But it's too late to consider such a thing. We already started the game, etc. But I can just stream it normally at some point. And Frost, I'm going to assume that's wouldn't you need 50 patches to play it on Wii U? Yes, the Wii U version was patched a lot and it's still very buggy. I was considering playing a console version at one point because of how buggy the PC version is, but then I remember the console versions are even worse. I remember the 360 version just used to crash on me all the time, or the controller wouldn't stop vibrating and stuff like that. That happened frequently. 3DS! I've actually been wanting to stream the 3DS version for quite a while. I have like a list of games I'm considering streaming, and it's been relatively close to the top. I just don't have the money for it at the moment. Otherwise, I may have considered that, but I also hear it's awful, so I'm not sure I want to see it to completion. Yeah, Jamie, my 360 copy back in the day, because that's where I played it when it was new, would crash all the time. I played it online for like a couple of years quite religiously, same with the first game. I played them both for like 2 years respectively, and I still played the first game here and there after Transform came out, but I mostly switched to Transformed. And then it was like 2014 or so, I then moved to the PC version, at which point I then moved over to that permanently and didn't look back. Even if my PC was kind of trash at the time. No, actually, it wasn't kind of trash. It was trash. It barely ran the game, but I was like, do you know what? PC, freedom, everyone's playing this version. Oh, I'm right there with them. Now I've got a good PC that can run it. Except it can't, because... Oh boy! The PC version doesn't work anymore! So, all these years later, after envying everyone with good PCs who can play this game at good frame rates and FPS, etc., I've now got to the point where I can play it like that, but it don't work on new hardware very well, so... You win some, you lose some, right? Oh dear. We'll get you my copy of Transform 3DS if you play it to completion. A tempting offer, but no. I'm not playing it to completion. When playing with me, it's not my fault. My copy would have crashed if my copy was the problem. I think you're just looking for a solution and a blame here, Jamie. You know. Moral of the story. See, like Callum, that is the moral of the story. I wish I could continue to use it. Just I had too many problems with my GPU specifically, but. Now that I've moved GPU again, maybe I'd have a better time. Don't tempt me like that. Don't tempt me with a good time. But yeah, no, like, it's kinda... I don't know. It's kinda weird that after all this time I'm finally able to play it at good FPS, and nope. Now my PC's too good. I went from having a too bad PC to a too good PC. I'm sorry, Sonic Transformed. I will build the perfect 2012 PC, complete with Windows 7, just for you. Is that what you want? All jokes aside, though, this has been running very well. A little bit stuttery, but games tend to do that when OBS is open for me. I've messed with my screen capture settings, so it's a bit lighter on it, but it still kind of does it. It should look fine for you guys, though. I think it's just like where my, whatchamacallit? Can't think of the words. I don't know, I think it's just because of my monitor, honestly. I just think I should have capped my monitor at 60 Hz, but I didn't want to because of forces. Because I can handle forces at 144 Hz, so I want it to be that case on my end. Even if you guys can't see the 144 Hz, I want to play forces in the highest refresh rate possible to make it the most bearable. Vita version is pretty good. That's good to hear, because I have the Vita version and I haven't played much of it. The one time I played it, I backed it up onto my SD to Vita on my hacked one. And for some reason it didn't copy over any update or anything, so it was really broken when I played it. So I was quite happy to learn there was a patch and the Vita version wasn't actually just that broken. But I haven't had much of a reason to play it, but I would like to. Maybe we should try and get that online sometime. That'd be quite fun. Laptop stop taking the slow route. No! Because look at how far behind the CPUs are. I will take the scenic route. I will do what I like. See, look, they're all still in the tunnel. Even if my own firework hit me, I'm still okay. Vita doesn't go online. You know what? That's fair. I don't take my modded one online anymore like I used to. I have a stock one now, though, so... that one goes online. But... yeah, no, I'm quite happy with my new Vita. I've kind of flexed on it before, because it is lush looking. It's a white 2000 with a lime green back. It is lush. It is a Japanese model, so it confirms on Circle. But aside from that, I love it. But I don't want to hack it, because it's such a cool looking system. So I've been using it as my online system for that reason. See, Callum, I'd be right there with you. There's one or two things they need to do. Right, so, one is... the PSTV should have been able to play more games. There's no way around that. And two, I learned this recently. He's going to keep saying select an event, it's going to keep throwing me off. The second thing is that the PS Vita actually has video out built into it. I didn't know this, but there's a plugin you can get if you've got a hacked Vita. You just install the plugin, and it lets you send video through the USB. And then it just acts as a webcam on your computer, so you could just view it as a webcam. Like, I didn't know this. Like, they could have actually made a Switch Vita, if you know what I mean. Like, they had the technology. They could have built like a dock sort of thing. And it has Bluetooth, so it can connect if you also have another plug-in to PS3 and PS4 controllers. They have the technology to make a Vita Switch, and they just didn't. Like, yeah, we were shocked by that. There's video out in the USB. So, literally, I just plugged my hacked Vita into my USB port on my PC. I went into OBS, set my webcam as my PS Vita, and it worked. I was getting, like, perfect video out from it. Is there really frost? I didn't know that. That's so cool. Right, so this is boost mode. I should have actually been paying more attention. So, if you boost, it stops the clock, basically. The problem is, I've not been doing that, so I need to get back on it. This is medium mode, though, so there's a lot of boost pads scattered around, but from memory, in the hard mode, there's nowhere near as many. Matt the Boxing Champ, thank you for that follow. How are you doing today? And thank you for joining us. Hope you're having a good Friday. Thank you for dropping by. Well, you know, Saturdays, since I got caught out on that one last time when I said, hope you're having a good Monday, and it was apparently Tuesday for them. So, you know, gotta cover all bases there, right? But honestly, that's actually pretty easy. Even if I'm losing time between every checkpoint, because I'm not boosting optimally, I'm still gonna make this just fine. You know what, Callum? It's not beyond Nintendo. Apparently they used, before the N64 controller was ready, they used Mega Drive controllers to play test Mario 64, so it just would not shock me in the slightest. Game is so high quality, I love it. I know, right? Such a great kart racer. I noted in my review, because I had to write one for Backlog the other day, it's the only kart racer, in my opinion, that's even come close to giving Mario Kart a run for its money. People say, Crash Team Racing, Crash Team Racing! Yeah, it's good! But I don't think it's ever competing for that market anymore, especially the new remake. It's marketed to a much more competitive crowd, so it's never been trying to go for Mario Kart's crown. Even back in the day, they admitted they just made it because they thought a kart racer would make Crash not cool. So, you know, that's why they made it. They hoped that it would kill Crash dead because it was Naughty Dog's final game of Crash, so that's what they hoped. And now they brought it back because it's such a competitively loved kart racer. So it's never been going for that same audience. Sonic Transform was, however, so in my opinion it's the only one to properly give it a run for its money. What system am I on? I am on PC. Playing on Steam. Playing the World Tour mode on PC. Nice stuff. The PC version is the best one, so I mean, don't blame me there at all. Good stuff. Also don't need a handling mod. Once again, handling was never my problem, so I'm just gonna stay with my standard mod, I guess. Yeah, I know, especially the early 2000s, Jamie. The early 2000s was just flooded with kart racers. Early 2000s and actually late 2000s. You had some classics like Shrek Supercar or something like that, and the Madagascar one as well. You had some true DreamWorks classics. I was watching some vids on them the other day. Oh dear. You know you can play with viewers. I can, however this is the World Tour mode because I am playing and aiming to complete as many Sonic games in a row as possible. So I could play with viewers. I have played with viewers quite a lot before, but that's not the aim of this stream specifically. But Callum wants a 1v1, so you know, if you want to play with some viewers, then feel free to do so. Callum is right there ready for you. You love Madagascar Kart Slaps. I somewhat remember even playing that or some like generic DreamWorks kart racer, Callum, so maybe it does slap, but regardless, it was still a Mario Kart clone. There's no way of looking around that. Oh no, agony. I hear, surprisingly, I heard from some of the Mario Kart Wii people that Muppets Racing on the PS1 is actually very good. Apparently the Toy Story race is pretty good as well, I heard. I mean, like, just because it's a Mario Kart clone doesn't mean it has to be poor or janky. Like, you can make good ones, as this game proves, but it's a bit more of a high budget affair than any of those were. Oh dear. This is a very bad time to get a Twister. I actually did it! Yes! I'm a Swirling Ranger. Who would have known, hey? Wacky Races on PS2. I hear about that from two people all the time. I hear about it from Drew Legend, and I hear about it from Callum. They both swear by that game for some reason, and I don't know why. No, I do know why. I hear it's a banger, so it's just not one I had in my childhood. So as a result, it's not one I find myself hugely attached to. But yeah, Jamie, this is specifically the Dreamcast and PS2 one we're talking about here. Unless you did mean PS2. I'm trying to get some of those risk boosts, but I'm just lacking. Okay, you did mean PS1, cool. I just wanted to double check that, because I actually didn't know it was on PS1. Should you ask the question again? I might have missed it, so feel free. Wacky Races Wednesdays. Is that related to Whack-Ass Wednesdays? I can definitely do that if so. It's possible, you know? It's a consideration. Clean lap. That's because I'm so far ahead of everyone. They're not even a threat anymore. Okay, they're different games using the same license. Cool. Thanks for clearing that one up, Jamie. I actually, like I said, never knew there was one on the PS1, so that makes sense why I hadn't heard of it being a port of the PS2 version. Oh no, Amigo and Knuckles are within like 20 seconds of me. I better watch out. Man, easy mode is a little bit of a walk in the park nowadays. I remember when this used to give me a run for my money back when it first came out, but nowadays, yeah, it's a little bit pathetic. But, you know, it makes it a nice and comfortable and slightly quicker stream as a result, so we gotta savour all that time for Sonic Forces later tonight. Aren't you excited, chat? Aren't you just thrilled like me? I might let you choose my clothing on the avatar. I might do that. I'm going to go with a bird avatar, because it has the double jump. That's why I always go with the bird. But everything else, I might let other people choose if I feel that insane by the time it starts.
You did it!
I did do it, Sonic. I did do it. I don't think there was any doubt based on the competition, but I did do it. Yes, we just got slightly more stars than you need to leave here. But anyway, here we go. Next chapter unlocked. Cool, so I'm going to use this as the opportunity to actually go and grab the tablets. So I'm just going to get the next screen ready. I can't remember. There it is. There's the one I wanted to get rid of. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on over into here. I'll mute the game for the meantime and we'll put on some music. But I'll be back in only like 2 or 3 minutes. I just need to go and quickly grab some medicine. You know, for the headaches. Because it will actually let me continue streaming for longer. So it's worth your time letting me going and doing this. So I'll find you some music and then we'll move on with our lives. Let's see. I guess we'll go with a different song from said album. So I'll leave you with something from Spin Dash 2 by Game Chops, and we'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. This is the one-man replay, going back through the Sonic one-man relay. Alrighty then, I am back. I'm just going to turn down your audio. There we go. And we're going to move things over back onto Sonic Transformed. Let me just unmute the game. There we go. Right, so we're back on the second world tour. I guess it's time we moved over to a new character, isn't it? So let's go ahead and... Who do we want to go as, chat, out of all the Sonic characters? I know you're going to try and suggest non-Sonic characters. Who do you want to hear from the Sonic... Who do you want to see from the Sonic characters? See, Frost is straight with the answer I knew they'd go with. But everyone else, who do you want to see? You can also vote for more Sonic, by the way, if that is preferable for you. I'll give you a few more seconds to reply. If indeed you're still with us. You still exist. Let me just see what's going on in Discord in the meantime. Cool. Cool beans. Oh, no, I'm saying that. Okay, right, we've had two Amy's. I'll go with Amy then. Cool. Amy for the next world. Let's do it. Last minute continue with the follow. How are you doing today, good sir? Thank you for joining us. See, like, I told you Callum would say BD Joe. That's why I didn't bother waiting for that response. Why didn't I go as everyone's favourite Sega character, Yogscast? Why did I not consider that? That would have been a great idea. Yeah, Danica Patrick as well. That is true. Maybe we should put some time aside for everyone's favourite Sega character. I could be convinced to do that one. Sorry, Metal. It's payback for all the times you kidnapped me. You can unfollow. That, you know, that's fair. It was bold of you to follow in the first place, Kev. But it's fine. It's fine. I apparently lived all these years without that follow, so I can go back to the way it was. Oh dear. Ah, no! Okay, no, we're fine. We're fine. Football Manager? You kid, but when I actually first got this game on PC, I actually played Football Manager quite a lot. Not the game, the character. I don't know, I just kind of got on with his stats quite well. What's the, Is it the Total War guy? Oh, no, it was the Company of Heroes guy. That's right. The Company of Heroes guy... Company of Heroes guy in the original patch had the hammer and sickle, didn't he? And they had to patch that out. This is bringing back some memories. Oh dear. He can now join Hatsune Miku as verifiable members of the Communist Party in the Sega universe. God, the amount of people who I tell the whole Nyan Cat story to and just don't know is fabulous. Maybe people should keep it that way. Oh dear. Game crash? That sounds about right. Then welcome to Transformed on PC. That's true. I definitely heard evidence of that happening, Frost. 100%. Clearly. Oh dear. Whoa, I'm gonna crash into the wall again. Yeah, getting transformed on get transformed working on PC. I still didn't get it right. It's the game in itself. It only took me like 10 minutes to get it working, to be fair. PC Gaming Wiki is really good at like getting some, you know, user-friendly guides on how to get all that stuff sorted. You know. Admittedly, they didn't have it on the website. I just set my FPS limit in NVIDIA Control Panel. I then installed the fix for NVIDIA Turing CPUs they recommended, which was fine. And then I can't remember. put on some compatibility mode stuff in Windows, and bam, here we are. It's working. It hasn't crashed so far, so I must have done something right. Yeah, it's alright. I mean, I crashed into a lot of walls, Amy, but somehow I get the feeling your dialogue doesn't react to the quality of my driving. Right, continuing. But hey, as well, the benefits of PC. I am using a controller 2 generations newer than the game or the console this was designed for. I'm using a Series X controller right now, and it's great. I didn't pay attention. This is Traffic Attack, right? Yeah, so just dodge all the traffic and get to the end as quick as possible. I always quite liked the traffic attacks. I never really found them as difficult as I think the game's meant to have you find them, if that makes sense. Whoa, a little bit of a stutter there. From the game, not from me. Are we about to witness our first crash? I certainly hope not. You know, this one's fine. It's like the stupid tank mode that you come across every now and then. I recall being an absolute pig. That one, just like the tank, especially on the higher difficulties, such a bullet sponge. And you got to drive around slowly. A lot of the time I couldn't even find myself drifting around the corners if I actually wanted to hit the tank. So it kind of sucked. I don't know. Most of the stuff in World Tour is fun enough, just a little bit difficult the further you get, and especially if you turn the difficulty up to get those stars. Yeah, oh right, the blue ones! The blue ones are little shits, because they track where you're going and they purposely try and screw you up! Banger, by the way. Admittedly, this is, like, as far as I'm aware, this one wasn't remixed, right? This is just a normal version of the track. I think the returning stages from Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing used tracks from their original respective games, I believe. Woohoo. You can change the layouts that the Switch controllers have changed to... Well, so the Switch controller buttons have changed to an Xbox controller layout. Huh, really? That's pretty cool. I can't say I've connected any Switch controllers to my PC too much. Just for the simple reason of... Well, you can only connect the Pro Controller through Bluetooth. Same with the Joy-Cons. There she is! We gotta go and get her! You know, you can only connect the Pro Controller through Bluetooth. There's no way to do it through USB. You can do it through USB, but then it just instigates the Bluetooth connection to your computer if you have such capabilities in it. As far as I'm aware, I don't think they ever patched that to make it wired. So even though I use my Xbox controllers wireless, it's just like, it's such a hassle and such a workaround. And I remember like there was a problem with the dead zones on the sticks originally as well, so it's like, I don't like the Pro Controller that much to want to use it on PC when I could just use the equally far more intuitive Xbox controllers, you know, which are actually built for most games and therefore will work pretty perfectly. That's good, Jamie. I like they have that feature there, you know. That's the best thing about PC gaming. You can use pretty much, within reason, whatever controller you want. And if you can't, then someone will have made a driver for it. Nice. Yeah, that's the awesome thing. Like, back in the day when I got fed up of my wired 360 controllers breaking, I just got a PS3 controller despite not having a PS3 because I really liked the layout of the controller. And wouldn't you know it, there were custom drivers, even though Sony made it their hardest to make sure that you didn't use the controller on PC. So that was awesome. So I used the PS3 controller on PC for, yeah, years. Also, this track is gorgeous, by the way. Uh-oh. Yeah, there we go. So that's the first instance of the antifreeze going on. No, not like the stuff you put on your car windscreen. The fix that people have put in place, basically where the game would crash, it just turns the screen white for a few seconds and then it resumes. So, you know, it's not great, but if the game's really getting that bad where it has to crash in the water sections, then at least it does that rather than just completely shit in the bed. Callum, I would presume so, because it's just the same as a normal Dreamcast controller, and there are drivers for that. So, by extension, the fishing rod would work as a controller. Same with the Sandboom rack, as you could probably use them on PC without too much hassle. But I don't know, I'm not an expert, I just... You know, nowadays it's not as bad, because the PS4 and PS5 controllers, both are Bluetooth native, you know, they don't use custom versions of Bluetooth or anything. And they both work on PC straight out of the box. And in fact, Steam has really good support for both of them, so things are pretty great now. And the Xbox controllers have always had it, because Microsoft support it natively. You know, Steam have got their own controllers, and like everything that comes out now is pretty much PC compatible, including, you know, stuff made for consoles. So it's like a great time, you know, if one of the problems was, oh, I hate Xbox controllers, so I don't want to get into PC gaming for that reason, it's like, well, you know, there's ways around it now. There always was back in the day, but then the Xbox controller became the standard, sort of, yeah, you know, around the mid to late 2000s, because, hey, look, this fully fledged controller that has support for every control type you'd ever really need on PC is made compatible natively with Windows by Microsoft, so that's perfect. It was perfect for the 360 controller back in the day. It was like, yeah, nice, a nice uniform standard controller for PC. Cool. And then Wii U had to come along and go, actually, you want to use all these custom controllers. Frost, are you pulling my leg? Is that actually serious? Have people done that? It does not surprise me, but I guess it kind of does in a way as well. I know there's that person who turned slabs of meat into a Meat Boy controller, like the actual slabs. What is going on? Why did I just drift so funnily there? Yeah, no, like just actual full-on uncooked lumps of meat, all individually controlling Meat Boy. It was a sight to behold. Right, I'm not going to get first like I would have wanted, but I'll settle with third. Yeah, honestly, Frostlight kind of sucks. And I will say the Series X controller is not fully utilised on PC either. Because when you actually use it on a real Series X, it kind of has like these fake adaptive triggers thing. So, you know how the PS5 has the adaptive triggers? It doesn't have that, but the rumble will affect the triggers, which is kind of cool. It's not anywhere near as nice as the PlayStation effect, but it's still pretty nice. But PC can't do that. I only know of a single driver that can, and it's a Linux driver that actually emulates that natively, so it does actually affect the triggers, which is really cool. But, yeah, no, otherwise I really like this controller, because I never really used gyro for anything, but it would be nice if it was fully X-input compatible nowadays, but it's not. Anyway, everyone's favourite character is unlocked, so let's get to it. I believe Shadow's up there, so we're going to boost challenge, and we're going to play for one race only as everyone's favourite Sega character. I'm sorry, Kev, unfortunately I'm going to be losing you as a follower, but you know, some things you just got to do, right? Some memes you just got to go for. Totally not reusing the Dreamcast controller base. I see you there. As the boat, that is. I thought this was all you're doing, wasn't it? Swear I remember that conversation once upon a time. Such a big fan, you just had to go and ask. I get the feeling that eyebrow will be twitching further based on those comments, so maybe so it doesn't fall off, I'll leave it. Excellent. I do have to wonder how this genuinely came about, though. Like, was this like a you scratch my back, I scratch yours deal with any of the parties involved with Danica Patrick, or... I don't know. Or do I really want to know? Would that ruin the intrigue of why the hell she's here? SOA did it. Suddenly everything makes sense. Thank you for the clarification. Oh dear. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure she's gone from the Japanese version, right? I wish I had the box here. I could have gone and actually looked. while I was inside getting the medication, but I didn't, so I'm pretty sure they did cut her, but I swear I remember seeing her, or maybe it was Ralph on the box art. I'm getting confused, possibly. But, you know, it's interesting she's here, I guess. You know, so worthy was she that they had to go and remove Sega from the title to emphasise it's not just Sega characters. Look, we got Danica Patrick and a billion different copyrights you have to put in the copyright notice because of her. Isn't that fun? Aren't you all having fun? No? So we can now canonically tie Sonic to NASCAR, Hot Wheels, and GoDaddy, thankfully. There's probably some more I'm missing, but, you know, I don't particularly care to continue finding out. She appeared in an issue of Sonic Universe. Jesus Christ, that deal must have went deep. I didn't know how deep it went. I wasn't aware of the advert that Callum mentioned, let alone the comic appearance. God. Alright, that's enough. K-Dog with the host. Thank you so much, good sir. Appreciate you. Alright, back to Amy, as requested of me. Once again, wasn't having a problem with Amy's handling, so I'm not much of a fan of that being the first mod unlocked, but... Oh god, it's the bastard Billy Hatcher stage. I don't even think I need to explain what's wrong with this stage. I think you all, if you've played this game, just know the instant issue with this one. It's got a banger in the background, though. This does slap, to be fair. To its credit. No worries, K-Dog. I appreciate it regardless when it comes in the stream. It's not expected of you, so thank you so much for doing it. Doesn't matter at all. No worries, buddy. Thank you ever so much. At least Amy's handling is good enough with her standard mod to where I can still make these turns pretty tightly. It's just that last goddamn turn, which I know you were waiting for. You were waiting for the... I don't know. You're just waiting for something you can clip of me, right? I'm pretty sure I've streamed this once and fallen through the floor. So at least this time it'll be verifiable on video. SJ as well, welcome. Hope you're having a good Friday. Thank you for dropping by. Appreciate you. But this is a gorgeous stage. I mean, look at the turn. At least I actually made it round this time. I might have a chance. Snapback S-bend. Exactly. Seen it once. I've still got 2 more tries this play. I think I'd play it a couple times in World Tour, right? So, we've got a couple of opportunities for great Twitch content. I want to be able to pull it off. Or avoid pulling it off, I guess. Because I don't really fancy replaying the stage again if I can help it. Thanks, game. Also, this section, it doesn't get as much infamy... Yeah, it doesn't get as much infamy as it deserves. This one is pretty tough. Listening to some Christmas music. SD! It is October, unless you meant this Christmas music. Okay, I nearly screwed up there, but we're good. Christmas before Halloween is a sin. I do not care what you say. Jamie, that doesn't make it right just because you did. That should be a crime. Heart Xmas started today. It's October! Then again, Tesco had in some places, it was supposedly in August, wasn't it? They had decorations up. Fucking hell! I'm going to read that, because that seems like an interesting wall of text from Kev there. Some insight into Danica's inclusion. I guess, or, you know, just some general bullshit regarding such a thing. Christmas movie channel started last month. Hallmark time, baby! S-Way, we did this great sign-up deal. Sega of America / Japan. Yes, okay. Who is she, and how much money have you spent on it? SOA, she's Danica Patrick. SOJ, yes, gotcha. Who is she? A famous NASCAR driver. No one's heard her outside of America because NASCAR doesn't have a global audience. Rubbish, we know her. That sounds on brand. Yes, but no one else does. Hey, we just googled her. She isn't even a top driver. See, I know so little about NASCAR because I'm in one of those aforementioned, you know, other parts of the world. I just assumed she was a really good driver. I had no clue that she was shit. Excellent. What a great deal. See, that's the thing, SJ. If it was for this game, I never would have been aware of her. I can't say it was exactly something I was following in 2012. This game did a lot more to boost her profile than anything else in the UK ever did, that's for sure. Alright, back to Amy once again. No more Danica for us. She ran over a shoe. And that's what she's most well known for. Get her in a game! Get her signed! Put her in the Sonic universe. Oh, God. It has agony written all over it. I'm sorry for you and everyone else in the office when that news came in. Wrecking every NASCAR race, or near every NASCAR race. Jesus! See, that would have been amazing! Yeah, but of course not enough Americans know F1, I guess, so you gotta go NASCAR. I'm not a massive F1 fan, but I can appreciate such a thing, you know? I would have taken that any day. Ferrari leaps out for obvious reasons, of course. That would have been amazing. If you had such a license, and I guess you could have thrown in more throwback characters, right? You could have theoretically brought back Jackie and Akira without the fake Ferrari they had in the last game. Sega and their fake Ferraris, eh? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it is an actual Tomcat in this one, isn't it? It's not like a fake Tomcat. The one that appears in Age's character is the real licensed thing, right? I'm pretty sure it's in the copyright screen. Officially licensed, cool. So, what? One half of the dream team. You got the Afterburner half. You just needed the Outrun half. But, you know, appreciate what everyone did to get some of these deals over the line. Just Danica Patrick. Also, Shadow's in a tank now because his bike was clearly too overpowered. Yeah, let's not do that again. Let's never have bikes in the series. It's carts only now. Shadow ruined everything. Also, I appreciate the Hot Rod. I feel like the Hot Rod goes underappreciated in Sega lore. I like the fact that it's technically a deep cut reference, even if it's probably not the one they were... I don't know, maybe it wasn't designed around that, and they were just like, huh, convenient name. But, you know, it's nice. Cool. Ah, that's it, Callum. The soap shoes. It all comes back together. I appreciate that the bikes worked ever so slightly better because Steve likes that as a bike fan. Is that really the reasoning? If so, that is genius. I respect that because, yeah, the bikes were a tad OP. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, Shadows especially. Like, it's relatively underwhelming if it was not for how quickly that thing can drift. That thing's boost is insane. The rest of them are all way better technically, but... you know... One of the most popular athletes in the world. I can't read all this because I'm playing the ring race, but That's a little bit of a stretch. Plus, I mean, I'm not caught up on my racing. Is it? Are they considered athletes in racing, or are they just considered racers? Well, so Jamie, is that an official PR release, or is that someone just trying their best to justify why she's in there? Read it on Engadget. Yeah, I'm just questioning whether that was the official press release that Sega gave out, because I know sometimes those sites just parrot them verbatim, source having some of these press releases sent to my inbox. I know the Super Monkey Ball one was parroted around, pretending to not be official word more times than I can count, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure I do, Kev. I actually ended up, when you put up the podcast, I ended up listening to the All-Stars episode again very recently. Always a favourite of mine, that one. I gave it a quick shout-out on one of my shows a little while back. It's a really fascinating insight. But, yeah, no, I think I recall so, right? Or at least, yeah, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing, wasn't it because of the internal squabbling that went on? And it was just like, right, no one can decide. This is what it's called. Ring race done. I was actually quite liked the ring races. They were probably my favourite of the non-racing types in this mode. Shame, really, but well. Shame there's not more of them, that is. By the way, this map, not just the music, the map itself, banger. Love this one. This one goes so underrated. The song doesn't. The song gets all the recognition it deserves, but the actual track itself is really good. Oh yes, and who could forget everyone's favourite Christmas gift, Alex Kidd. Yes, we all totally got him on Christmas and didn't change our console dates. Would never do such a thing. The head of Sega, I didn't know it was high as that. I thought it was just Sega of Japan did that. So that's kind of interesting that it got that high up. Yeah, I kind of roughly remembered the story, but it had been a little while since I heard it, I guess. You actually did get him on Christmas. Fair play. Actually, if I remember correctly, I don't think I changed my calendar. I'm pretty sure my calendar just went wonky as a result of my 360's battery being a bit weird. So I think I got it that way. Ahead of Christmas, but I certainly remember all the coverage at the time. The second that update went live, they certainly did not wait for Christmas. Huh, really? As high as that? No, I did not know it went that high. Mr. T, as he was known affectionately. That's amazing. Oh man, yeah, SJ, that's for sure. It's been a while since we've all played Sega Superstars Tennis. We should probably make that happen again sooner rather than later. But yeah, no, it has been a little while, but I remember Alex Kidd being disgustingly cheap as well. And he also looked really ugly there. They kind of got his look right, in my opinion, in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing. But it was probably this game that kind of nailed it. It's a shame they proceeded to then do nothing with it, because... whatchamacallit, Miracle World DX is kind of weird. It kind of calls from a bunch of different sources, doesn't it, for that design? But I like it there. I think it really suits him. That's the best he's looked in all of his recent appearances. Certainly better than a lot of his retro appearances at the time, that's for sure. Yeah, I remember that one as well. Roly Roll in Sega Superstars Tennis. That would have been great, because, I mean... I'm pretty sure this was also mentioned on the episode. It might have been someone like Pete who mentioned it, but... like, you have pairs of characters. Like, each franchise has at least 2 characters, or an even number of characters, right? So it's kind of strange that no such thing was the case for Billy Hatcher. Although then again, he wasn't actually in it, was he? No, I remember it now, he wasn't. So, there was no Billy Hatcher characters at all. It's kind of an interesting axe, I guess. Probably would have taken over one of the various Sonic characters. And I remember you mentioned Roly Roll on the episode, so were you possibly thinking of All Stars Racing, or were you thinking of a completely different character in Sega Superstars Tennis? Okay, just double checking. Yeah, no, as far as I'm aware, Billy Hatcher isn't in that. I'm remembering again, and I don't think he's there. I don't even think there's any references to him in it. Woke up and can't fall back asleep. That sucks, but welcome, Scott. How are you doing today, gamer? Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday so far. Thank you for dropping by. Uh-oh. General Winter's on my arse. This is not good. You do not want such things, trust me. Especially when you want first place in World Tour mode. Get away. Such a fan of Winter, take my snowballs. Oh, well, it was nice knowing you, Scott. Thanks for dropping by. No, your name is Amy. God, my jokes are poor tonight. This is what happens when you get sleep-deprived, generally Blair Viper. Right, where do I want to go next? I still don't have enough of Shadow yet, so I guess I'll get the battle race out of the way. Survive the race and beat your rivals to the finish line. So I'm pretty sure you have like a set amount of hearts or something on this one. These ones are hellish on Expert. I remember them clearly. Still going to be an uncomfortable time on even like medium as I'm on right now, because I've got to be just careful that I don't run too close to anyone, I guess, because brush too close, and that means... See, look, Alex Kidd's already lost one. Actually, no, you can eliminate people before the 3 laps are up, right? So... Ah! Tails! Such a jerk. Oh, I hoped that would hit either in front or behind. That was quick on Alex Kidd's part. Yeah, so I just got to make sure I'm not in the line of sight of Team Fortress, but I do seem to be lining up with it quite a lot. Oh well, Shogun's in the line of sight now, he can deal with that one. Well, not Shogun, the other one. The non-Shogun one. Goodbye. Okay, we gotta eliminate the classic character, everyone's favourite Sega character, Team Fortress. Let's go. Oh, is it just the 3 of us now, really? Uh-oh, that was a mistake, because now I'm about to get hot-rodded. How did I miss Tails there? What a fail. That was also a pretty bad one, and I'm gonna get a thing sent back at me, aren't I? I can always feel it. Okay, stay out on the line of Tails and just hope he happens to take Team Fortress out. Okay, I'll let you do it. I'll let you do the honours, Tails. Come on! Hit him! Do it! Do the job! Well, that was a roundabout way of doing it, but I'm glad I did. Okay. Okay. See, I'll let you overtake me. Bam. Team Fortress kind of made sense, though, because from what I remember hearing, wasn't that because Valve helped out with the online system? That's why that one happened. So I can make sense of that. The thing that I would want to know, though, is I heard most of the DLC characters were ready to go in advance. As in they were just waiting for permission. Did they already have permission on Yogscast? Was that like already created in the event that it could happen? That's what I'd really want to know. How confusing. Virtua Tennis. I actually found my disc the other day because I ordered it a couple months ago and I just didn't know where the package went. But I found it, so we could do Virtua Tennis at some point. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm also speaking incredibly fast. I noticed that ages ago. In the Little Woods. True. He, he was left out. I mean, yeah, we got the face of Yog Ventures, the hit video game, in Sonic Transformed. What a great time to be alive. I'm sure that game must have released by now, right? Right? Oh man, anticlimactic jokes. I'm coming at ya. Woohoo. I always quite liked this track. It's got some nice clean lines on it. Just one of them's maybe a bit too difficult. This one here with some characters is a pig. You know, always kind of appreciated this one. Concept art! So, that wasn't like a spur-of-the-moment decision? It was thought of for more than like 5 minutes? How I would assume such a thing would come about in advance is presumably because of... The way I've interpreted it is... Sumo goes to a lot of events where special effect will be present, right? And that thing all happened because of special effect. So I would have assumed it was kind of like a meet in the middle type thing, maybe? Possibly. That's the only way I can kind of make sense of it in my head. Ralph, why must you do this? Lost the box contain the majority of them. Ouch, SJ. I feel you on that one. I've luckily never had to go for a move or anything similar, but yeah, hearing all those horror stories. Ah! You... Okay, we're fine. I was seeing a lot of flickering on the car, and I was kind of concerned as to what that could be. I was worried we were going to crash. You know, not in-game, external to the game. Although, we're making fun of the world-famous Simon from Yogscast. He is kind of smoking me right now. Did you just say foul? Did I just hear that right? Amazing. They truly capture the essence of football. It's still in the house. Oh, I hate stuff like that. And it just shows up like months or years later sometimes. It just baffles me for so long. And it just drives me up the wall. Oh boy, it's time for everyone's favourite part of this game. It's the All-Stars that totally weren't in any way nerfed. Yeah, like, Football Manager was a great addition. I loved that the Steam version. Like I said, I always actually played as Football Manager once I got the PC one. I always quite liked the way they played, and I thought, yeah, like you said, nice neat little inclusion. You know, after all, it is one of Sega's biggest franchises, for as much as people don't want to kind of ever admit it. Same with all the other PC exclusive characters that, you know, are from actual Sega franchises. Football Manager calling for VAR. See who won the race. Man, ahead of its time. They knew in 2012 about the whole VAR disaster, didn't they? This game truly was ahead of its time. I take it all back. Okay, we should be fine as long as Metal doesn't have any, no devious items. There's a piece of concept art for SST with all the characters drawn out on the heights, which I had. I'd love to see that. If such a thing was ever found one day. Also, I can't get over, in some of these shots, Amy's looked really strange. Like, the whole lighting and glow on the character. I don't know if it's because I've got additional lighting effects, etc. on thanks to the PC version, but she has looked very strange in some of these end race shots. See the little animation of Shadow, why not? Oh, am I not allowed to see that now? No, I'm not allowed to see that anymore, fine. Cool. On to World 3. Three of 5, we're pretty much halfway there. with this stage. So tell me about this one-man replay thingy. Exclamation mark, one-man replay down in the chat will let you know what you want to know. But basically, once upon a time, in 2017, I began streaming a little event called the Sonic One-Man Relay to get ready for Sonic Mania, where I played all of the canonical Sonic games back-to-back as quickly as possible in 15 days. So, I did another one in 2018 called the Smash One-Man Melee, which is the same thing, but for Super Smash Bros. In preparation for Ultimate coming out. Then I did one final one, which I had to abandon due to a variety of reasons, which I got into at the start of the stream. But it was a Kirby event. So the goal of this, the one-man replay, is to go back and play all the stuff that's released since, or all the stuff that I missed in those original events. I meant to play Sonic Transformed in the original 2017 event, however I had to cancel it due to I was packing for a holiday that day, and I couldn't do the stream as anticipated. So I didn't do it, and I never came back to it. So here we are, one-man replay, beginning things with Transformed in 2021, 4 years later. So this time around, I am going to go with Shadow. Shadow controls awfully, I recall, without the handling mod. So this will be an experience. I'm also not much of a fan of the Golden Axe stage, so the turns on this one are a bit too tight. Also, the game did the flashing white thing, which means it attempted to crash just then. Good old PC Gaming Wiki come to the rescue yet again. Shadow is fine. I never liked how Shadow controlled then. I'll rephrase that for you, Callum. Yeah, he's already going all over the place in the air in comparison to what I'd like. 1% battery. Bye, Scott, again. It was nice to have you back for a little bit. Just get good. I'd like to consider myself fairly seasoned. Actually, he's not as bad as I remember. I just remember like crashing into a bunch of corners when I first played him back in the day, to the point where I had to wait for the handling mod before enjoying him. But he's fine enough, I guess. He's been doing well. Somebody find that man a USB-C cable. I mean, it's not like they're too hard to find. I have like millions of the bloody things lying around now. Yes, it's that mouth there. It's so easy to clip the roof of it and just fall to your death. That bit sucks. Yeah, Callum, you can be seasoned while still not being the best at something. Like, that is physically possible. Being good doesn't equal being the greatest. Season just means you've done a lot of something. It probably means more than that, but you know, that's what it means in this instance, I've decided. You have one in pretty much every room. I have like 5 for every room at least at this point. Like, it's getting out of hand. So much stuff comes with USB-C cables now. Like, I just buy a random controller, free USB-C cable. I buy some random peripheral, free USB-C cable that comes with the peripheral. You know, I buy some sort of, like, TV box. Oh, hey, look! It's a USB-C cable. At one point, I went out of my way to buy some, so I had some nice quality ones. Hey, look! 4 more USB-C cables when I only wanted 1. Donate to me. I mean, it's not like they're expensive, Callum. I think you can afford them on your budget. They're far more cheap than they were previously, at least. Yeah, even Chinese handheld emulation things come with USB-C now. Exactly. Like, they're so commonplace and so cheap to manufacture. It's like HDMI cables. Like, remember when it was a big deal that, oh my god, the Wii U came with an HDMI cable? Because none of the big consoles that were HDMI did before that. Now it's like a trip over the fucking things. I have so many of them. I have an entire drawer in the shed right now dedicated to USB-C and HDMI cables. I shit you not. Like, an entire drawer, and I only use 1 for my capture card and 1 to come out the capture card. So that's 2 in total that I use out here. But I have like 10 of them that have just come with consoles over the years. Or I bought some from CEX. Oh hey, free HDMI. Thanks, I guess. Yeah, SD, that's happened to me with quite a lot of things. Because, like, for example, I got an Anker lightning cable back when I had an iPhone, which was, like, braided, and, you know, it was a braided lightning cable, and it was long, and it was lovely. And then I wanted to do the same for the USB-C. They only sold them in packs of 3. So, I got the exact same cable, just with a USB-C ending, but I had to buy 3 of the three of the flipping things. Oh, dear. I don't hate that as much, Jamie, because I'm also tripping over those AC adapters, so it doesn't bother me as much. Especially now when a lot of wall outlets you buy, like, come with USB plugs in. Like, a bunch of ours we replaced to have USBs in them, so you don't even need the wall outlet, so it's not that bad. But I remember, like, back in 2010, like, when my iPod Touch, you know, you couldn't charge it through the computer like you could with actual iPods. So when my iPod Touch didn't come with one, I was like, how am I meant to charge this? I didn't have any of them, and now the same scenario. Like, if I get a piece of tech like 20 years later, it's like, oh no, AC adapter. Oh, that's fine. I've got like a million of them just sitting in the sitting in the shed. You know, like it's nowhere near as much of a problem as it used to be. But back when they stopped including them around like 2016, 2017 or so, it was like, come on guys, I don't have that many. And now it's like, please, I have so many. Please don't include them in the future. Uh-oh. It's fine, I can deal with this. I'm way better at dealing with Flippy now than I used to be, so that's fine. Is Samsung really picky about your plug and cable, Frost? Because I use said Anker cable and a generic USB... I think it's actually a Sony wall outlet. A Sony wall outlet and an Anker cable on my Samsung phone, and it works completely fine. I've never had any problems with it. My phone does have fast charge, I just choose to not use it. Unless I really need it for some reason. The fast charge cable just permanently lives in my drawer down there, where said USB-C cables are. So I've just never had need for it. It's like I normally charge my phone overnight, so it's like I don't need that to be fast. It can be as slow as it wants to be. Okay, another traffic attack. On a banger stage as well, might I add. Oh man, listen to a good version of the Panzer Dragoon soundtrack. Imagine that. If only I could do such a thing in the brand new Panzer Dragoon remake. I mean, technically you can. You can listen to the classic one, but I mean, Christ almighty, that new soundtrack, it is bloody awful, isn't it? Like, it's such a shame to say, because I know she's an amazing composer, but it's just bad. It's just not good. You know, I'd rather listen to Panzer Dragoon Saga. That's a far better display of her works. What's wrong with Panzer Dragoon? Nothing. I'm talking about remake. The remake's kinda undercooked a little bit. I hope they... Well, they seem to be giving much more time to the House of the Dead remakes. That's good. I hope they continue to do so, because... the Panzer Dragoon one, even with all the patches, was still a little bit lacking. Even if you ran it on a powerful system like PC or PlayStation or Xbox, it still kinda sucked, but even worse than Switch. I don't know the one you mean, SD, but I'm going to assume maybe is it the Maximilian one. If so, that kind of would make sense. That would be in character. If not, I don't know who would have done it. I hate stupid blue cars. At least I get plenty of gloves, though, to make doing that all the more satisfying. I mean, you can go ahead, Callum. You can do that all you want, because I'm not listening to the 24/7 at the moment. So you can feel free to request it all you like, because you can piss someone else off instead of me. Just the one that starts fucking Panzer Dragoon. Fair enough. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Is that our first crash? Yeah, the game's completely non-responsive. Oh, we did well to make it that far. Well, force kill it. And we'll go again. Please say that's saved, and please say it didn't corrupt my save file. I would prefer for that to be the case, please. Give it a second for the game capture to kick back in. There you go. Yeah, like I say, it was quite impressive that we made it like a solid. How long have we been live now? Been live 2 hours, so what, about an hour and a half? We made about halfway through the game before it decided to just. Please say that's saved. Thank you. Okay. So we can already unlock the ice. As much as I want to go and play a Kino track, I also do kind of want to. Yeah, I do kind of want to unlock Vice first, even if we're not going to play as him. Justice for BD Joe. What did he do? I guess his off-license taxi business didn't help. Anyone pre-order the Sonic Advent Calendar? I wish I had money, Jamie. Otherwise, I would have been straight on that. It looks so cool. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Sega Shop recently unveiled that Numskull are doing an Advent Calendar where you can actually... I think it's Numskull in collaboration with someone else, but... yeah, it's an Advent Calendar where you build the pieces of a Sonic snowboarding figurine. It looks fresh. I just don't have any money. £40 you make it yourself? No, thank you. But that's the fun of it, SD. Don't be a downer, man. That's what an advent calendar is, you know? Ring races are so cool. Yo, Scott, how's it going? Welcome. Nice to see you in the stream again. Hope you're having a good one, and thank you for dropping by. Appreciate you. SD is an old man and he doesn't know what fun is. True. I got a vinyl to pay for. Have there been any more casualties like that recently, SD, that I've not heard about? Any more vinyl casualties? Oh boy. Kirk Thornton. Great. My favourite Shadow voice actor. I'm not one of those people who cries over Sonic voice actors like those anti-Roger people do nowadays, but... He wasn't... Actually, I think he's still doing it. He's not the greatest, bless him. That's why I'm glad Shadow doesn't appear as much anymore. Great voice actor, but just not sure the voice quite fits. Oh wait, hang on. I got a console mod I can go and unlock quickly. There we go. That should make things far easier. Let me just double check there were no other... yeah, no other mods anywhere. I think we unlocked most of them in this thing, right? Yeah, down there. Well, I'll go and play a Kino stage first of all. No, we don't need the Vice animation. We just want the Shadow one. So do I want balance? One off boost, but one more on acceleration. Sure. Then we talk about Kirk Thornton, the current voice of Shadow. He's not the best voice, bless him. I don't tend to care about those voice actor type things, but it was a little bit of a downgrade. Everyone else is fine. I mean, since the ones I recommended... whoops. I forgot I ordered that Mario Galaxy vinyl, you know. I don't even know when that's meant to come. I just thought, Mario Galaxy plus vinyl equals purchase. It was the Knights animation, you say otherwise. Would I, though? I think you're assuming, Callum. I don't think I would say otherwise. I think I'm in the interest of getting on with things so I can play Forces before I die. Also, Redmaland, sorry, I did see your message. I just completely forgot to respond to it. I'm not doing any online races at the moment, just because this is a stream where I do exactly the opposite of that. I'm just playing the World Tour mode at the moment. But as I've said to everyone else who's been asking for online races, definitely gonna have to do some at some point. Very soon, so... when I'm next on the game, I will let you know, but at the moment, yeah, just going through the World Tour mode, that's the aim of the stream. Look, there's no headline. You're trying to make a headline where there isn't one. I don't want to play Forces. I want to play Forces before my eyes force themselves closed. There's a difference here. Like, at the moment, due to the whole medication situation, I get tired at 9 o'clock. It's nearly 9 o'clock. If not already, I don't know. Windows 11 moment. I can't see what the time is. I just tried to look at it. That's why it crashed. But, you know, like, I kind of actually want to play Forces before I'm practically falling asleep at my desk, you know. So, any little shortcuts I can take here and there, I will take them, you know. No, Forces won't help with the issue. This is what I mean. I will be bored shitless if it's not for the help of the chat. So, that's why I want to get it over with. Look, you can keep trying to push the narrative that it's my favourite game ever as much as you want. It's not true. For as much as you think it's a funny. You try and misconstrue my words all you like. Also, with your eyes closed does sound like an improvement. You know, I was playing about the other day, right? With I was playing it on PC, and I thought I'd mess with the keyboard and mouse controls. You can actually play the game entirely one-handed. That might be a future stream idea. Playing Forces one-handed. What am I going to do with the other hand? Do not make assumptions. It's not that. But what would I do with the other hand? That is the question. I'll get a PhD while playing Sonic Forces with one hand. Vi prefers Rise of Lyric. I would rather cut my wrists off than play that game again. Like, if someone was like, your wrists now, or this copy of Rise of Lyric, like, I'm sorry, they're gone. They're no longer on my body. Like, the saw can be as rusty as you like. If the alternative is playing Rise of Lyric. Fuck my life, that game was boring. How did Supersonic Swipe 100% it? This is what I don't get. This is the person you should be holding accountable here. Not me for quitting playing it because I got so bored. How the fuck did he get 100%? Not exactly owning anything. Team Fortress is right behind me, apparently. Like, honestly, the 3DS games are fine. Like, Shattered Crystal's a little boring, but when I played Fire and Ice, it was pretty fun. But, like, the Wii U game, oh my god. Like, I cannot emphasize how dull that is. There's a reason we haven't had, like, a nostalgic crop of, like, Sonic Wii U kids pop up and go, actually, Rise of Lyric was great. Because it just fucking wasn't. There's no way around that. At least in, like, 06, you can kind of see what they're going for. You cannot see that in Rise of Lyric. That's not to say that they weren't going for anything, because if you look at all the concept art and, like, videos and, like, the early versions of Sonic Synergy, it does look really interesting. It's supposedly just a bunch of meddling from Sega that kind of ruined Boom. But, yeah, combo of that and the fact they had to push the game out for Wii U, despite the fact they weren't making it for Wii U. They're making it for PC, supposedly. Right, let me just get rid of the notification in my bottom left. Or SD, you could alternatively experience it secondhand through my stream. What will it be? Now, what way do I want to go? I guess I don't need a console mod that badly. Character select. Cool, let's keep going balanced for the meantime, I guess. I wonder, since I have so many stars, if I could just rush to the end of this one and still hopefully have enough by the end of the game. We'll see. Yeah, I know, right? I know, Frost. They've never done that since. They learnt their lesson. Right? Right? Viper, why didn't you go for expert difficulty? Expert is unlocked. That's the simple reason. I'm not going for hard because I just want to comfortably go through the game. And I want to go for it quickly as well. And this allows me to go for it much quicker. I just want to have fun here. I don't want to bust my balls going on hard or expert difficulty when I don't need to, you know? I just want to have a fun, comfortable time and roll the credits. Not to say I can't. I've done it before. I'm just choosing not to at this current moment in time for the sake of making it more fun for me, I guess. Am I actually going to make this? Okay, I will. That's fine. Sonic the Force Awakens. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I know, everyone's going to jump ship in a few minutes and they're going to vocally announce it, that's fair. Let's get to the end. Beat Joe Musashi, you know what? I think that's doable. Okay. How can this possibly go wrong? I guess we're yet to find out, aren't we? Hated this mission. I hated most of the time trial missions. They thoroughly sucked, especially if you need to do them on high difficulty to get enough stars in Superstar Showdown. Does he take the shortcut? He must do, right? Yeah, he does. Hate it when they're really close to you. It just makes me so tense. Although he's kind of getting far behind now, so might get a little better. I'm trying to save my boost for the end so I can take the shortcut, but I might need to use it should this stair climb go wrong. Okay, we're good. Uh-oh, are we gaming? Are we still gaming? We're still gaming. Okay, we're fine. Temporarily quit Banana Mania for a bit. I didn't see it in the Discord because I'm not sure if anyone's noticed I'm not in the Discord. So that makes it quite difficult to see such things. Once again, not quite ready to talk about that yet. I don't know how it feels when I'm racing you. Yeah, I know, because I'm behind. Yeah, I wish someone had mentioned that recently. Otherwise, you know, I kind of would have forgotten that I'm bad at this game. Had that not been mentioned within the last 5 minutes. Oh, this fucking mission sucks. That's why I'm grumpy. I hate this one. It's so dull. Ammo! I forgot all about that. God, I'm having awful flashbacks now. Ammo every 2 seconds. Ammo! Seesaw Bridges isn't that bad. Just do it at full pelt. That's what I do. Literally just full pelt it. That's how it was always easiest to do it in the original Super Monkey Ball 2. Like, literally, all I do, full speed, and just adjust when you need to. And it's pretty easy. Like, you see what I mean? This is just so dull. It's like Narm all over again. See, look, there we go. It's comments like that that will keep me going, you know? Ammo! There's been a lot of stages like that where I get stuck, but I don't know, I guess I played these games so often that it doesn't take that long. Like, the one that I got massively stuck on today is one in Bubbly Washing Machine. I can't remember the name of it. It's the one where you have to go in a straight line, but there's those, like, things clipping the side of the stage. Can't think what it's called for the life of me. Yeah, you have to go in like a really straight line. Like, if it's not super duper, like, you know, pixel perfect, then you're pretty much screwed. What's the fucking point of this in a racing game? SD, my opinion, exactly. When you're on a high difficulty, that tank has so much health. And the way you have to, like, slow down for those little wall things when he gets low on health, it sucks so bad. Well, it's like, the tank missions are so dull. Whatever, we're into the 4th chapter. Pretty sure that art is on the old PC. Ooh. Oh well. Thank you for the attempt, Kevin. I really appreciate it. Blair. Thank you for the attempt anyway. I'm sure it's amazing. I'm picturing it in my mind's eye, and that's good enough in the meantime. And by the meantime, I mean in the permanent. Oh boy, everyone's favourite Sega game, Kurian Mansion. I screwed up my boost. Banger though, isn't it? Just get a load of this. Also, it's a pretty good stage. It's Jamie's favourite stage, right? I recall that. Why did I do that? Playing a Shadow on this stage might have been a mistake. Oh, spider! Yes, get lost. Also, why am I still playing a Shadow? I just realised this. We're in the 4th chapter. I just kind of forgot about that. I would go back to the menu, but I'm kind of already invested in this race by now. I'll remember to change next character. Next race, sorry. Change character, next race. There we go. 3rd try. Successful. Was there actually a spider in House of the Dead? I want to say there was in 4. I might be wrong. I've never played 4 to completion. I just watched King play it. I swear there was a spider in that one. I might be wrong. Oh, Hermit and House of the Dead 1. not close. I've never played House of the Dead 1 for, like, longer than a couple of minutes. They have one in... what's it called? Why can I not think of it all of a sudden? Why can I not think of the name of it? 4 Quarters, there we go. They have House of the Dead 1, and I'm pretty sure they had 2 for a while there. But, I don't know. This is going to be the hot take of the century. In arcades, I kind of get bored of playing House of the Dead beyond, like, the first level. Like, it kind of... the gameplay loop kind of never diversifies itself after the first level. So I'm like, that's my House of the Dead fix once I get through the first boss, you know? I feel like that's a pretty hot take, but, you know, you know, sometimes you just got to put them out there in the public domain, you know? Yeah, you're going to be looking forward to playing the remake then, Jamie? I can sense the anticipation radiating off you from here. Yeah, that was a good segue, because, I mean, look where we are. I've never actually noticed that Zobio text before. That's cool. You know, kind of a shame that Zobio and Zobiko aren't in here, but I guess needs must. And by needs must, I mean Loving Deads didn't really get that full European release it was destined to. Actually, I don't know if it ever was destined to. I just know it was in select locations as Loving Deads, I'm pretty sure. Right? Oh, I hoped I would get beat. They kind of alluded to it in the trailer. Neat. Oh, if I only got my, my glove out in time. There's many ways you can interpret that sentence. Please choose not to. Threw my DS across the sofa. the scariest part of Resident Evil, clearly. Did I actually hit him, or was that something else that hit him? Oh, I made a grave mistake. Ha! Ha! Scorpions. You know what? I can respect scorpions. They're nasty. They're up to something, you know? Stinging people is mostly what they're doing. No Shadow. There was no doubt. I'm sorry. Sorry that you consider there to be. Cool, unfortunately I'm no longer playing as Shadow, so that won't do me much good. So Jamie, you could say a major no-no, if you were to specify the type of no-no. If one were to do such a thing. Right, Knuckles. Knuckly Knuckles. Kinda seems like a very shitty trade-off, so I'm just gonna leave it standard. Oh, what a shame. I've got to play a battle race on one of the best maps. Oh, how awful. One race in and disconnect. You know what? That sounds about the experience that I know and love. That's the All-Stars Racing Transformed experience. Yeah, if you have... I think it's like a 1660 or newer. You have a Turing architecture GPU... which have problems with this game, because obviously they weren't designed when they were around. So anything newer than that, there's a fix you can put in place, basically. But, like I say, PC Gaming Wiki was where I got all my info. I always read the PC Gaming Wiki whenever I buy a PC game, because it's such a mixed bag. You know, PC people look down on console gamers, but the amount of customization you've got to do to get some games working that are new! Let alone the old shit. Why are my tricks so delayed there? Nice shot, Viper. Well done. Now I'm in line to get shot by Beat. No. Speaking of which, I'm back in line now. This is not looking good. This is really not looking good. PC Gaming Wiki has allowed me to get many cheap games from CEX. I can't say I've done the same, actually. I only have a couple of old PC games, and, you know, it's like nothing worth writing home about. It's mostly old Sonic stuff, which, you know, fans are creating patches for, but yeah. I can certainly get that. If it's an old PC game, I'll get it on Steam, I guess. There's not too many old PC games where I can only get them on disc, for me at least. And if they are, they've been superseded by something else. I always used to get the Guitar Hero games on PC disc, for example, but, you know, Clone Hero exists now, so no need to do such a thing. You used to have to put in a bunch of fixes for those back in the day. Especially if you wanted to play, like, custom songs. Like, God, the amount of shit you had to put in that folder was nuts. Okay, right, this is getting a little bit too close for me. Okay, alright, that's one. BD Joe has not got a single hit. Okay. Okay, I just need to get out of line. Never mind, no I don't. Does that still count, or do I need to get first? Nope. Damn it. Alright, well... First failure, let's try again. I can't remember what I paid for Jet Set Radio Future, because I got mine from CEX last year. Because I had an American copy, but I kind of wanted a European one so I could play it on my 360. So I think it was it wouldn't have been much, because I wouldn't have paid too much. I think it was like in the 20s. So they've clearly marked that up since I was there. Yeah, one of the locals had it for a while, and it was super expensive. But I remember it being a pretty good price. And I think it actually came included with like a little note that said like, "Please enjoy the game" or something. I recall from the sea exit ship from, which was nice. Please actually hit him, drone. No, okay. I wanted this to be a little bit quicker than last time, but I guess not. Oh, cool. And he's going to fire that back at me. I know what's going to happen straight away. If not, he's going to fire it forward at me. There's no win here. Okay, cool. We're fine. Just Tails is going to fire his at me now. Whoops. Okay. Please fire at a beat instead. I beg you. Why so many drones? Unmanned drones. Next, we'll be having some laser sights. Damn it. Two for £20. Oh man. You're a millionaire. Congrats, SJ. Why am I getting bodied so much? Why was my trick delayed again? Please, actually, okay, thank God. He's gonna fire that stupid fucking drone at me if I overtake him, so I gotta tactically stay behind him. Please, I beg you, Beady Joe. We're all on red. This sucks. Alright, you're gone. You're gone. Oh, fuck! No, this is not good! Okay, okay, this is slightly more comfortable, but not by much. But these are close! Oh my god! It's Blowfish beat the Blowfish right now. Man! Oh my god. That heart rate, get that heart rate monitor going right now. Alright, which one do I want to do? A ring race? Obviously a ring race. I didn't mean to press B there. Might come back if I'm still on. I might be. I presume this game's going to take like another hour and a bit. And then Forces will probably be like maybe 2 hours at a push. Although I highly doubt it'll even take 2 hours. So I might still be here. But regardless, those of you who are going, I understand. Enjoy your show. And yeah, hopefully see you all in a bit. Have fun. This wouldn't happen when I played BD Joe. Callum, I assure you that would have happened had I played BD Joe. God. Some of these are a bit too close to you know, not going through for comfort. Yeah.
First one to the finish wins.
Select an event. Boost challenge.
Yay. My favourite.
Standard.
I'm a well-known lover of the boost challenge. They'll put it on my tombstone.
Get ready.
Please don't. Please put something nice on it instead, I beg you.
One. Go.
Gonna waste my boost there. Just because air boost is such a pain in the backside. Especially with Knuckles, apparently.
Transform boost. Checkpoint.
That is not going anywhere near my tombstone, despite what I say. You cannot quote me on that. There is no evidence. Any evidence will be burnt.
Checkpoint.
It's just like so dull. Like, it's dull and yet there's a constant sense of dread. Whenever you see that red, you're like, oh god, oh god, oh god. But there's no challenge whatsoever, but you still expect there to be. It's just like playing a normal time trial with a constant lingering threat over your head. Like, regardless of if it's not actually threatening or not, you still kind of feel like it is, you know?
Transform boost. Checkpoint.
Me? All I gotta do is make it to this final checkpoint. What could possibly go wrong between now and the finish line? And that was that moment. At that moment that Viper knew he fucked up. Oh god! Why is the finish line there? There's so many chances this could go wrong. Okay, we're fine. I didn't clip the mouth. We're cool. We are cool.
Event complete. Select an event. Sprint.
Not this. How's up, Braille Gamer? How are you doing today? Hope you're having a fantastic Friday, and thank you for joining us. By crazy boost, this won't be happening. Do I even... What, crazy boost and crazy taxi boost? If I was playing as BD Joe, of course, yeah, sorry. I forgot. Forgot, if I play as BD Joe, I would simply be having no problems right about now. All would be peachy in the world. Doing good. That's great to hear. Thank you for joining us. I greatly appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. You know, a world with BD Joe is a better world, as they say. Should have just embraced. There's no good time to use that boost, so I guess I'm just going to use it there and get ahead. BD Joel, you know what? Do I want to know who that is and what he would look like? Not especially. Okay. On good time, on good time. Indeed. One could say such a thing. BD Jose, a classic. Uh-oh, there's still one corner between us and the finish line. We're good, we're good. We're fine. What? Oh! I thought he meant target beat as in, like, you know, kill beat. Not as in we finished the target. I was so confused. Right, well I might as well go out my way to get Pudding, considering she's literally right there. Anything else we can get easily? Not really. Right. Let's do it. This is my favourite map in the game, by the way. A lot of people hate this one. I love it. I love how tight the turns are on the rest of it. It's really fun to just slide your way around. Big fan. Though it's not the same about playing as Aegis. That's like the ultimate way to play the Burning Rangers stage. But I'll have to live with Knuckles, you know? And I mean, come on, we all know, best song in the game, right? Is there any contention there? You take an already great soundtrack and give it the Sonic Transform love, and you get the Burning Ranger stage. Burning Depths. Bonger. This isn't the Super Monkey Ball music. No, believe it or not. This is actually something completely different. Slip through the water channel. I'm doing good. I love like the little running commentary from the from the Burning Rangers lady. I can't think of words right now. It's their best music so you can understand my confusion. I can't, SD. I cannot understand your confusion. I have no clue what you're talking about. Sure, it's a very good song, but I mean, come on, Burning Rangers. And thanks for the follow, Bro Gamer. Greatly appreciated. Welcome to the VIP Vipers. I'm going to use that one for a while. I should probably start saying that more. I have a pun, and I should use it. Damn it. I think I'm winning. You know, I'm not kind of sure if I've got that right, but I think I might be winning. To the next phase, head to the next stage. Woohoo. Actually, Knuckles is a pretty perfect character. He can take these turns really tight. Viper winning. It's almost like I've done that on most of these races, Callum. Isn't that weird? It's almost like this is medium mode. That's entirely easy. Hey, Is that the final race, or have I got one more race?
Select an event. New tour unlocked.
Hey, there we go. Well, new tour unlocked. Final tour. And I left my favourite character till last. I'm a visually impaired gamer girl. I was born with a rare eye condition called coloboma. I probably said that wrong. That's just kind of what I do on this channel. My vision is 2300. Oh wow! Thank you for sharing. It's interesting to know, and thank you for dropping by and letting us know. I guess. Sorry, I don't quite know how to respond to such things. But favorite character is BD Joe Callum. Why? But thank you for letting us know, and thank you for. Yeah, like I say, thank you for dropping by. Appreciate such things. And I actually have all mods! Hooray! What mod do I want to play? I don't know. Let's go... Acceleration, sure. I said it right, huh? That's kind of rare on this channel. But I appreciate, that you still got a lot of games despite having such a condition. You don't let it set you back. That's what we love to hear.
3, 2, 1. Round 1.
Another versus race. But yeah, I was saving Metal Sonic till last, because like I said, we're not doing Superstar Showdown, but Metal is my absolute favourite Sonic character, so it makes sense. BD Joe would be like, yeah, baby. That was a horrible BD Joe impression. I can't even remember how he sounds. I tried. Can the CPU manage to not fall off the track? It seems so. The Shadow, on the other hand, not quite. That was close. Blowfish. Shut up and move your butt. Huh. Clearly I'm not a BD Joe veteran in this game. He's my character of choice in Crazy Taxi, but despite how much Callum begs me to play as him, it hasn't happened yet. This is the Sonic One-Man replay. We are playing as Sonic characters. For as much as I love Sega more, I'd love to play as BD Joe otherwise, but I gotta stick to the rules. Minus that one time I played as Danica Patrick. Can we all ignore that, please? Let's pretend that didn't happen, regardless of the meme or not. Oh, I'm so surprised. It's not like your name's been on the HUD that entire time, Knuckles. And he did the same thing that Shadow did. Nice. Always play as Amy. I'm always a bit of an Ages fan, to be honest. Like, Metal's my favourite of the first unlocked characters, but I didn't want to play as him the entire game. I didn't want to be boring. But Ages is my favourite character. It just sucks that the requirements to get him are really high. Otherwise, I would, play as him the second I could. But he's right at the end of the game, and you gotta beat a ton of stuff on Expert in order to play him, so it's not exactly the easiest of feats, unfortunately. And he's always taken, because he's one of the best characters in the game, so whenever you play online, Ages is always picked, which bugs me. Same with Metal, because Metal's also really good. It's just coincidences. I don't play as the characters with the best stats in order to get an advantage. I play as them because I like them. Grew up with this game on 3DS. Huh. Neat. Fair enough. I didn't have the game on 3DS. I didn't have a 3DS growing up. I had a 360. During formative years, so that's how I got to play this game for the first time. And like I mentioned at the start of the stream, not long after, maybe 2 years after I got it on PC, because, more people were already active. By 2014, the 360 was dead, so no online funds for me. What next?
Select an event.
could go down here, but I also don't want to go down here. However, the PS Vita 2, same. I've just, as I mentioned earlier, I just never really messed with it on the PS Vita much. Didn't have a reason to. By the time I got it, it was like 2019, I want to say. So, didn't have much of a reason to mess with it. The online was dead, and I've got it on better platforms, but I got it just for the sake of having it once I got my Vita, so that's a nice, fun little thing to mess about with. 2019, huh? Neat. Yeah, because I've had a couple of Vitas, but I always kind of ended up selling them. I got them pre-owned over the years. One I got, but I had to sell because I needed money at the time, and then I got a second one, which is where I got the game on. So I had to sell that for money. So then, yeah. But I kept the games, despite the fact I didn't have the console. And now I have two. One's hacked and one isn't, but you know, if I were to ever play online, it would be on the non-hacked one, you know. No bans, please, Sony. I feel like I've spent enough money on your consoles over the years to where you wouldn't consider such a thing, but just in case. Got Vita in 2017. Nice. Like, same with all consoles. Like, the 3DS as well. Always wanted the 3DS. Didn't have any money at the time, so that kind of prohibited that. Yeah, just the family didn't have any money for any console. Same with the Wii U. It's like, you got a Wii. And the 3DS was, you got a DS. So I kind of want a Vita. Yeah, but you got a DS and a Wii. And a 360. It's like, oh, fine. So as a result, yeah. I didn't then get a new console until the PS4, which I bought my own money late 2016. That was after Christmas. So, yeah, got a bunch of new consoles in one hit, and then stopped being able to afford such things. So didn't get an next-gen console until well after it was fashionable. Until it was like affordable enough. The PS4 was already... I got mine for 200 and it came with FIFA, I remember. And that was a good deal. In the sense of FIFA was still worth something that year, so I could sell it. And I think I got Ratchet & Clank in the end instead. The main reason I got it was for Project Eva Future Time. You know, that's perfectly on brand for me. 3DS in 2012 when I was 8. Well, when I really wanted a 3DS? I guess it would have been when it first came out. I probably would have been sort of 7 or 8 when that first came out, I think. Drift Challenge, Boost Challenge. Nice. I really liked the 2016 remake. I do think it got a bit overhated, but I've been playing through the original recently. Love it a bit more. I need to go back and finish it though, because I was really enjoying that, and then I went away to my girlfriend, so that kind of stopped me from playing that for about a couple of weeks. But I need to get back to it, so... But you know, the remake, I think a lot of people's problems with it were the audio, and it was the difficulty of it. So I just cranked it all the way down to easy, and turned the audio off, and skipped with cutscenes, and I had a lot of fun. I will have to have a look. If it's linked on your account, then I'll have a double check into it. I keep meaning to do that with... I've actually got an achievement from this playthrough. What? I keep meaning to check out more viewers' stuff. Sure thing. If it's on your account, I'll take a double look. Alright, let's speed through this. Because I just want to play Forces. I hope the bot won't ban you. Because the bot shouldn't ban you. Give it a go. Why not? Because for a while I had to disable links on my bot because there was a whole phishing campaign going around. So I hope you should be able to link. So if anyone wants to drop a sub, then feel free. Yeah, you should be fine. I think I let the bot allow people post links again. I like that you actually go on the underside of the boats in, or the carrier boats in this ring challenge. This one I found really cool. More than any of the others. Cool, feel free to link the video then. I'll give it a watch. If I remember after the stream, that is. I hope I do. Look, this is so cool. You never get to see on this underside before. Although I do wonder if this underside was all, you know, made up and everything, either for a scrap part of the track, or they knew there was going to be a ring race here. Ah! Oh, cool. I'll give it a quick watch then. Just going to open it up so I remind myself to watch it. Into the Nexus and All for One. Yeah, I, I should get that far in the series. 2016 was the first game I played to completion. Before that, I had the PS2 one, the original one, but I just never finished it. But I played 2016 to completion, and then I played a Rift Apart. I've not played any of the rest of them. I'm slowly working my way back through the series now. But I've always been a pretty big fan, even with like the the worst. Even the movie, which was pretty bad, I was like, yeah, it's Ratchet and Clank. It's fun enough. But yeah, I've definitely been trying to explore it more, but there we go. Gave it an open for you. I'll have a look after stream. Thank you very much for sharing. By the way, Callum, are you still playing those online races? If so, is it still crashing, or did you both give up on that? Well, gaming. What a gamer. Also, the boost race just kind of felt like a stopgap. I mean, all it is just race, but with more boost panels. And you only get boost items. It's like, okay, so this is just a normal race then. Just made slightly easier, I suppose. No more crashes since. Nice. That's what we like to hear. We actually like a story of Transform PC working as intended. We love a good story like that. I successfully slipped through the water channel twice now, and get the feeling I'll have to a third time before long. Whoops. Yeah, Metal's not as good here. His handling stats could be a little bit better. I should have maybe reconsidered my mod choice. He's fine enough, I suppose. Just not as tight around the corners as Knuckles was. Whoa, I crashed into the dolphin. The game was like, what do you do? But yeah, no, to answer what Red Milan was saying, and also what we've got from Callum, I would definitely do some more online matches of this game at some point. I just hope the game behaves itself when we do so, unlike last time. Joe Silver, what's going on? Hope you're having a good Friday. Thank you for dropping by. Hope things are going well for you. Yeah, thank you for joining the stream. The stream, as one would say. Welcome. Can you say can't? Yes, I can. Am I being bullied for my British ways? Been chilling? That's cool to hear. I wish I could say the same, but you know, glad to hear that you've been chilling and things have mostly been good. Yeah, seriously, thank you for dropping by. Appreciate you. I see? It's the worst of all British accents. Any second now, the rest of the Brits in here are going to bully me for it. But I see? TY. How much more have we got to go? Surely not much. Uh-oh. That's a lot of stars that I don't have. Okay, well, let's go around and do some of the events that I've not done then. Another boost challenge just after I dissed them.
Sonic. Acceleration. Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, this is the other type of boost challenge. I'm being a bit being a bit dumb. Gotta go for now. Have a wonderful day. Hope you can sub. Thank you very much for dropping by, Bro Gamer. Greatly appreciated. Thanks for the support, and hope you have a good one. Been nice speaking to you. And thank you to everyone else who's been here as well. I appreciate it. Those of you stuck around, even though there's stuff on RS and there's other streams, thanks so much to everyone who's still here and keeping me company. I appreciate it. Like I mentioned, I've got a lot of people coming in here asking RS questions and asking all this, that and the other, but still not quite ready to speak about all that yet. But hopefully, people can appreciate that and respect it. But yeah, if you've noticed, there's been a few less mentions of RS from me and on my socials, then yeah. Like I say, not quite ready for all that yet, but as well, anyone who's lurking, thank you so much. If you haven't made your presence known, or you did a long time ago and you're still here, appreciate that as well. Super thankful, especially at the moment with things kind of being the way that they are, with everyone who's sticking around and showing the love and support. It's nice to have all of you to rely on. Actually, it's super nice for as grumpy and as not appreciative as I sometimes am. Sometimes, you gotta get a little heartfelt, right? Cool. Especially when you're playing shit missions like those. It's so boring. Not boring and dreadful at the same time. Not dreadful as in bad. Dreadful as in full of dread. How long has this drink been here for? I dread to think. Okay, I've done all those. Drift challenge sucks, but it might be one of my only options. I'm going to go back to easier missions, though, that I skipped. Love Happy Twitch Viper. Yay! I'm glad someone does. I kid. I can't remember who this character is, but we'll find out together. You know what? Let's throw a bone to the fans. I'm going against my own rules. Since we're going back and doing the cleanup in preparation for the end of the game, I'm gonna play as some non-Sonic characters for you all. So it's just a normal race, is it? Or is this the boost race? See, look, I did it. BD Joe for Callum only. Dreams come true, people. Don't say I've never done anything for you. You haven't, but don't say it. just don't even think about it. But this is your one wish. What's that noise? I have done a lot for you, Callum. See, he understands the grind. I need to do better than this sick, though. This is a little bad. I know. I need that that hovercraft taxi to propel me to first place. The BD Joe grind set. Glad someone else sees it the same way. We got that billionaire grind set ongoing right now. Oh, he does say that. Well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. If you're going to die, do it quickly, please. I don't lose my position. BD Joe. For shame. Almost got Crazy Taxi 3 today. I'm kind of gutted because I got Headhunter Redemption and Outrun 2 from a CEX like in February 2020. And they had Crazy Taxi 3, but I didn't get it. And I kind of kicked myself a little bit because, you know, it's Crazy Taxi 3, right? That sure was fun. Did I miss the bit that sure was fun, unfortunately? I must have zoned out for that part. £20, really? It was definitely cheaper than that. It was like sub 10 when I saw it there. BD Joe is always a fun time, yeah, but not a successful time. You know, for as much as the grind set is on, we ain't actually doing much grinding. We ain't doing particularly well. I'm getting bullied by Wreck-It Ralph of all people, the man who gets sad at internet comments. In his hit movie, Ralph Breaks the Internet. I did not bother to watch that because Ralph would have broken my fucking brain. I heard it was dog shit. I'm getting wrecked by Ralph. Man. I'm being bullied. Whoa again. I'm about to wreck Ralph myself now. Fine. I'll do it myself. I won't. There's no more items. I am fucked. It's just me. It's just me v Ralph. In a race to the finish. It's not just a normal race, but a special race. To see who's the fastest. This is why I don't play BD Joe. I'm done.
I'm a miracle man.
You're not a miracle, you got second place. Get in line. Oh, fuck. So we have to do this, don't we? I've set myself up for this. Alright. What goes the funny man? Internet funny man. Star of the hit game, Yogg Ventures. Yogg Ventures, sorry. I got the name of the hit game wrong.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
God, I've got to listen to his voice while going around with the stupid ammo! 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 This might have been a mistake. Sorry, I'll consider strongly against it next time, dude. Ah! Did he just say oof? I'm losing it. Callum, I'm playing as the Yogscast. What part of me is going to be sane right now? Like, this is like when your life's gone downhill. Oof. Drift into the ammo and you can get two at once. Huh. Unfortunately, I'm bad at it, but thank you for the tip. That's actually appreciated. Look, Simon, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. See, look, I'm admitting here that I remember his name. This is the point of no return for this stream. Viper, secret Yogscast fan. It's all coming out. It's all being revealed. What?
Event complete.
I didn't burn anything.
What are those moves? Oh God! Look away! The pelvic thrusts are too much. Too overpowering.
Select an event.
I kinda want to play as I can't think of his name. Joe Misashi. So I'll do this based on that fact. Do we though? Do we need such a pelvic thrust? I'm gonna play as him again. We'll give the fans what they want. We'll give them the pelvic thrust. Play Ages. I can't play Ages. I wish I could, but I don't have everyone unlocked. Ages is my favourite character, so I would happily play as Ages. How do I do that? I guess I just have to play a normal race, do I, Silver? I know how to get an all-star, but you know, as in I'm trying to think how to do it in World Tour. Okay, that's what you were talking about. I remember the song being like really generic, but I don't remember anything else about it. I might have to go into normal race mode just to experience this. Unbelievable.
Survive Flippy. Round 3.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun.
Go.
I remember it squeals in the video, so I could just kind of imagine. God, is it going to be ear piercing? Say this like I don't have the world's most annoying laugh going. That's just simply true. Uh-oh, not another Flippy, please. I've done my Flippy service. I've done my time in Flippy. Although I'd take Flippy over Clippy. Can't lie. Cannot even lie on that one. Why was that so loud? Can someone explain? Oh, not again. Not another Flippy. Sucks to be you, Joe. See, that's how it goes, alright? Right? Have I got my impression spot on? Unsurprisingly, all the references to Jaffa Cakes work up. Oh, spot on! It's me! I am the voice! Did not burn a single thing! Let's go, champs. We have 80 stars. We need 90. So, do I skip anything here? What does that unlock? Oh, it unlocks knights. That's kind of tempting, but what does this unlock? I don't remember. Oh, this is a console mod. Is this just a normal race? This is a sprint race is fine. I can do a sprint race. Can confirm it's me. It was me all along.
Football Manager.
Let's play as the football manager himself. In a rather yellow card move, if I do say so myself. God, please kill me. This shouldn't be awful, right? I mean, we're pretty much already overtaken. Nearly, anyway. If I just take this corner tight, there we go. Noom. You be Newman. You do be Newman, though. Get in! This is also me. I have a wide range of character voices that I can do. Please someone hire me. This is risky. Going for the cut here. This could be the make or break of the speedrun. This is looking likely to be... Oh no, it's fine. There's no boxes here in this version. Fine. That could have been the break. We did come close. Now, for the moment of truth, is he going to watch the Knights animation just to piss Callum off, or is he going to move on? Is he going to be petty, or is he going to move on? He's going to move on. Incredible play. No, we'll give Knights a play so we can look at the disgusting plane form. I mean, that one's bad enough. The plane and boat forms are horrifying. Let me get rid of the notifications. Late and Live is live in my calendar.
3, 2, 1, go! Super glove.
Honestly, the lack of boat Knights is shocking. I can agree with you there, Callum. Blocked. Unfortunately, I have another glove in my inventory, so that's kind of in vain. Not kind of, it totally was in vain. Yeah, just in case you need a reminder, SD, there you go. Because you got blackout drunk and forgot that you're starting a show in 10 minutes. Although, you know, hosting a show blackout drunk, you know, no one would ever think to do such things, so that's all good. I couldn't make my mind up on whether I wanted to go through that tunnel or not, so... See, look, even he's forgotten, right? I'm not going to pretend it's a bit. This is totally just SD forgetting. It's an off week, isn't it? I'm pretty sure. You know, I have no reason to remember such things, but it's an off week, right? Unless VG Beats do, like, bumper 7-hour show, because neither of them are about. Why is Simon asking himself no? Why would he do that? Contrary to popular belief, this is the only good All-Star in the game. I'm not willing for any compromises. It's the only actually non-ironically good one. Minus, I think, maybe, I can't remember. Is Riala's the same thing, but with Riala? Never really played as Riala. Because it's the only one where you don't turn into plane form and just spam missiles. No show this week. Is VG Beats doing a long one to compensate? If so, if not, then I might actually have my viewers back a little bit earlier. So they can all come and watch me suffer for his Sonic Forces. How fun. I have no clue what that sticker is. Yeah, but that's why I said non-ironically. It's that heavily forced joke here. Silver, there's so many topics that you could heavily force a joke about right now that you might need to be more specific. Alright, I forgot to do the All-Star as Yogscast as well. I'll fix that at some point. He's going long rather than going home. That's a shame. I went home ages ago. I wish I was in bed right now, you know. You know what, BD Joe, I take it back. Sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes it is just me being shit at the game. That is living evidence.
Way to go. Second place. Event complete.
You're on the bed. I wish I was on the bed or anything like that. Just so I did not press play again any of those times. The mouse being on screen did that. Right. So once again, I feel like I've kind of made myself do this now, haven't I?
Character select.
Go Alex Kidd, why not? Why not? Why is his console mod the Mega Drive, by the way? His worst outing to date, why is that represented in this game?
Ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Also, his All-Star theme does kind of bang. Can't lie. Hashtag old man. You don't have to be an old man, SD, to appreciate a nice early Friday night. Alex the Kid. He's the only one. The singular kid. You know, ignore the fact he has a girlfriend, therefore there must canonically be 2 kids. He is Alex the Kid. And you know, if there's multiple other people with the last name Kid, yeah, but he didn't debut on the Mega Drive. But there's some really weird choices. Aren't there some that are Dreamcast mod, but yet didn't appear on the Dreamcast, I'm pretty sure. I seem to recall being a thing. Having fun yet, chat? I'm not. So I've got to stop and do this. Only freshly washed sheets can improve the situation right now. Don't forget the tumble drying. Thinking on my feet there. York's Ventures on the Dreamcast. Now we're gaming. Now we're gaming, chat. No, they were on the Dreamcast. What mod am I thinking of? Was it? It's like an arcade mod or something like that that was pretty janky, right? There's going to be no events. I'm pretty sure I did every event here. Yeah. I'm going to have to go and do some in the last tour. Cool. I actually wanted to play as Joe, like I mentioned, so... Do I have any other choice but to do this? No. Okay. Well, is that Gum? Is Gum this late in the game? But she's like so early on in the character picker roster, right? I thought? Like, she's relatively early on in the list, right? But yet she's at the end of the... Okay, sure. Sure. Huh. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit tricky, but we can give it a shot. Why is Joe jumping all over the place like that? Like, he's meant to be a ninja. He's meant to be stealthy, not doing all these fresh moves. Must be sucks. His handling is awful, apparently. I swear I remember it being way better than this. Oh, this is fine. Easy money, baby.
Event complete.
For the abo-
Select an event.
Go.
Boost challenge.
Boost challenge.
Character select. Rio.
Oh. Spider-Man, you can't see him? Why do I think that was a good character portrait?
Acceleration.
Rio, there he is, behind his massive outrun cab.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Woohoo! Give 'em a performance they'll never forget.
That's true. Rio's well known for being a gamer. You know, in an era famous for having a lot of games. It's one of his most well-known characteristics, actually, is his gaming abilities, believe it or not. So why fans were clamouring for a Shenmue 4, so he can... Isn't that the main aim of the series, right? It's so he can reach the top Mortal Kombat tournament, right? I'm pretty sure I recall that being the case.
Checkpoint.
Now he's on a quest to become the to become the top-rated Street Fighter player. Well, so isn't Rio actually meant to be pretty good, I recall? I remember, like, in the speedrun for a while, it became the strats to use Metal Sonic and Rio until you got ages. Although, to be fair, you get ages at the end of the game, so it's not like that matters much.
Checkpoint. Checkpoint. Good. Great combo. Awesome combo.
Top Virtua Fighter esports player. Do you know what? He's got the moves. He could do it. He could easily take down every Virtua Fighter esports player in that building. He would be escorted out, but he could do it. I hear he plays a mean Jackie. Yes, that's why he's chasing after Landy. Have we got to the bottom of it finally? Is that the true meaning of Shenmue? Man gave him a whooping at Evo.
Select an event.
Well, there we go. 90 stars. Only one thing remains. Actually, no, there isn't one thing. So we got 95 before we can see the credits. So let's go here, I guess. Ring race.
B-class. Character
Who
select.
do I want to play as? I haven't played Amigo yet, and I love Amigo, so let's do it.
Get ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
We love a good ring race. You know, I think I might have mentioned that. That's the one you want to be putting on the tombstone, people. Not any of that other nonsense I mentioned earlier. If I put bloody loved ring race in Transformed. You know, nothing inspirational, you know, nothing that sums my life up. You can let them know this. So it's a fresh take on old tracks. Yeah, Callum, you'll be in charge of it, right? You'll be in charge of the wheel, surely. Leave a bunch of money to Sumo for making such a cracked mode.
Checkpoint. Finish.
Oh, that was actually fun. Didn't have anything to complain about there. Alright, well all I need now is just to find some more challenges, I guess, before I go in there. Or any stages I haven't played, for that matter. How much funeral money? Give him a chunk. You know, throw him a bone. I'd ideally like to not have to rely on playing something on hard, but I might have to, right? Guess I did probably play everything.
Select an event.
Oh, but you know what? We'll go back to the start and we'll play this on hard. Why not? This is gonna be a mistake.
Metal Sonic. Acceleration.
This is gonna be a huge mistake, because despite the fact I can do it fine off stream, this is where it all crumbles, isn't it?
2, 1, go.
No, I'm not gonna bother going for the shortcut. It's got a good reward, but the risk just ain't worth it. When I've got such good acceleration, I can just outpace these guys. Ursus. 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. Thank you, BD. Not BD. Joe Musashi. I get the two confused surprisingly often for some reason. One's a ninja, one's a taxi driver. I think that'd be enough of a difference between the two. But nope. I'm not going to be beaten by a gamer like Rio. If I'm going to be beaten, it's going to be by a fish. Not by a fisherman, not a fish! There are no fish in this game, I don't think, right? Seaman is not here. There are dolphins, however. They could finish the job, I can't lie. Maybe that's why I have to have something about this game written on this tombstone. They finished me off. That's a hit job by dolphins. Cause of death. I don't know. I cannot think of a joke. This joke has gone too far. It's too meta. We must kill it now. Just like those dolphins said to me. What is going on in my brain? You can tell it's medication time, can't you? Callum, if you're still wondering about the funeral money, a solid 2k. Gonna get some sleep, thank you for the stream, and have a great rest of your evening. No worries, SD. Thank you for dropping by. Hope you enjoyed the stream that you caught, and get some good sleep, old man, I guess. Have a good one. Thanks for dropping by. Alright, we'll go back to medium. Okay, nice comfortable finale. At least I think this is the finale. I don't think there's another race after this, right? It's only Superstar Showdown that does the weird BS with like, oh look, it's the last race. Actually, it's not. Over and over and over again. The thing that I love about this map, and I've told this story before, is the signal's jammed so you can't see the map as to not cheat. Guess who forgot to jam the Wii U gamepad map? So you can still see it, despite the fact that on the screen it says it's jammed. If you look down, oh, would you look at that? I actually know where I'm going now. Well, I love Race of Ages. I think this is a great last map. It's so twisty and turny, and I've always said that's what this game and TSR are good at. It's like really windy, twisty tracks. That's what it has over Mario Kart for me. Please go boat. Please go boat, Shadow. Thank you. Boat is the one. plane is so boring here. I mean, look, you get all these cool references in the boat section. You get nothing in the plane section. It's just like a corridor. Owning the race. Ruling the race. Dominating. You're not dominating. Simon from Yogscast is right there behind me. Mobo and Robo, why couldn't you have been characters in this game? I'm Sag. My favourites in All Stars Racing. My mains. The goats. Why did I go for a second trick there? Why did I think that would work? Why are there bees? Why is everything on fire? First Twister. Lol. I used to hate this map when this game first came out because I just constantly fell off it. It was dumb and bad kid, but now I get it. Now I like it. I love the twists and turns. It's Pog. It's a Pog ending. It's an appropriate Rainbow Road replacement, considering Thunder Deck wasn't really the greatest map of all time in the original ASR. Like, it's good enough, but there's some of those turns they must not have playtested. They're so tight. But the last one, like, how did anyone in playtesting make that with any character who wasn't on a bike? I refuse to believe that. That's why I was so glad they brought it back for TSR and made it meh. Just kind of a whole load of nothing, that map in TSR. As are most of the ASR maps in that game. They're just boring to play. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't dislike Thunder Deck. I just think it's like a weird ending with too many issues. In the sense of, it's just kind of a bit poorly laid out with some of those turns, like I say. That is true, which is why I'm so looking forward to playing through the story mode in a couple of weeks' time. You'll practically hear the excitement in my voice. Right? Right? Metal Sonic. It's almost like they just had the Sonic chant and they just slammed the word metal on there. Kind of get that impression, don't you? How far behind are they? These super pickups are never going to hit them. Well, at least I get to choose boat for a third time. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm so far ahead, I'm going to go plane. And just show what the plane section looks like. Be a good strimmer and all that. Look, here it is. So much more dull. And I really hope they don't catch up. Because I chose to go boat or plane instead of boat. But, words. There's no way that counted. I was so far away from that. See, that one, however, should have counted. I was way closer to that one for a risk boost. Yeah, you get what I mean. Like, it's a fun enough section, but compared to the Sega references in the other one, no, take me to the boat any day. Maybe this bit here. Look, this is just strange. The fact that there's raceable terrain here, but you still have the plane over it. Well then. Unless there's a fake out thing, we are done. There we go, and roll the credits. Or is it roll la credits? I can't remember. I don't know. Either way, I am not done just yet, because I didn't forget that I promised that I would show off the All-Star, so we'll do that in the only track which isn't going to appear in the World Tour mode. So, we're going to Simon once again. We actually have access to this now. Look at all of our monies. Receive a blowfish each lap. You love to see it. Get a load of the tunes, by the way. What a song. Alright, so we need to hang low. Sorry, BD Joe. Had to be done. So we'll hang low and then we'll have the comeback of the century. Once we get our apparently obnoxious All-Star. I hope. Ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, boom. I don't know whose decision it was to make this dubstep, but I love them. Just straight up. Come on, any All-Star, please. Just a crumb of All-Star. A crumb. A single droplet. A morsel. Joe, I know you're going as slow as possible on purpose, but please. It was Skrillex. Wow, really? Skrillex himself on the soundtrack. Who would have known? Certainly not me, that's for sure. Please, can I just have the All-Star so I can play the stage normally? I think the game's like, we know he's throwing, so we're just not going to do it for him. Please, anything. I'm not going to even bother getting the super pick up here because what's the point? It's not going to be an All-Star. The game is becoming self-aware, Callum. You know what? It's just not going to give it me now, is it? Maybe now I'm in the second lap, it might be a bit more generous. He laughed. He actually wet. He's in like 7th! Please, I beg you. For fuck's sake, come on now! Thank you. Oh god, it is the Jaffa Cakes! I lied. They are here. What? Right, here we go. It's the comeback of the century. I lied. It's not. It's not. It's too far back. I'm sorry, Simon, right? I'm sorry, mate. Just straight up. I'm sorry. Right, here we go. We're ahead of BD Joe. I ain't saying much. He's been doing FA this entire race. He did hit me once. That was an accomplishment. Okay, okay. We're gaming. Oh no, we're not gaming. We're fucked. At least we're all kind of in a clump. It could still be possible. It's unlikely, but it could still be possible. We're yogging. We are yogging. Here we go. The real comeback begins now, baby. Alex Kidd ain't seen nothing yet. He might have done. I don't know. I cannot confirm or deny. Epic. See? Even the announcer agrees. You know what? We could do a cheeky fifth right now. We would in fact take that. I can confirm. I can confirm a fourth would do nicely. You know what? Sometimes you got to take the card you dealt in life. Alex Kidd hasn't seen a 500k budget. True. Is that really... Did you just pull that number out of your arse, or was that genuinely how much Yog Ventures made? Back to our tour so we can see them credits. Woohoo. Cool. There we go. Game numero uno. Number 1. Don't know any other languages. Not even sure if that was entirely correct. But number 1. Done. What time is it? Let's have a look. So it's pretty much 10:30. So we'll call it about 3.5 hours. Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed has been completed. The one game from the original Sonic One Man Relay, which I never got to finish during the event. But it's done. We have now made up for that lost time, and it's time for some new stuff. At least it will be in just a few moments' time. But I'm going to go for a quick break before we do that. I just need to quickly nip in and do a few bits. Remember to take my medication as well. And then we'll jump into some Sonic Forces. Whoa. Aren't you all excited? You will be when you get to choose multiple aspects of the avatars. So, if you're currently sitting around, then be sure to... Or if you're sitting around and lurking, what I mean, be sure to jump in the chat and we'll have some fun. Hopefully customizing our Sonic Forces character to make it a little bit more bearable. And then that'll be it for the day once we've finished Forces. It's kind of a shame to have rushed through that game, so we can spend as much time as possible on Forces. That's not it. That is not it. We rushed through so I can rush through Forces as well. But I mean, man. Yeah, what a game. I do love Sonic Transformed. It was nice to go back through, World Tour mode again for the first time in ages, and properly at that, you know, not using a complete save and therefore not seeing the credits. So, lovely thing to go through. Great little game. It's a shame TSR is nowhere near as good, but we'll be seeing that mediocrity for ourselves in a few weeks' time, if not maybe next week, if we're quick with Mania Plus. But, yeah, just waiting for these to finish now, and then I'll leave you with some music for 5-10 minutes. Can't really tab out either. Actually, let me check. I think it mutes when I tab out, doesn't it? Oh, it doesn't. Lovely jubbly. Oh. Oh, man. Gonna check Discord and do a few other bits. While we wait, I guess. Man, they're still going. Credits to everyone who made it, though. Just maybe the scroll could be a little bit faster, I guess. Or is it as fast as it needs to be? I don't know. Lord of Great Games, who made a fantastic video game. Bum, 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 bum. Boom, 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 boom. Sega Networks. Oh man, what a throwback. I don't think it's still a thing, right? I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that Sega Networks went the way of the dodo. I mean, I don't have a reason for it to exist anymore because, you know, hard light and all that. So spoken so well. Words and things. Well, there we go. Woohoo! Game number 1. Fully complete. I have no recollection of that whatsoever. That's cool. Nice. Well, there we go then. So, close the game down on one crash only. Who can believe such a thing? Incredible scenes. Well then, I'll be back in a few moments' time. We're going to be playing Sonic Forces, like I mentioned, for the PC. To its completion. Not 100%. No. Never that again. I swear I will never do that again. But just to normal completion. Don't go anywhere. This is the one-man replay, playing you back through the Sonic one-man relay, and we're going to leave you with some music from... we're going to go with some Spin Dash 2 once again, because it's what I got open. So, thank you to Game Chops for the lovely music. You'll see the metadata at the top of the screen, as well as a lovely spectralizer. So, have a listen, and I'll be back in a few moments' time.